Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Big Coleon.
Maduro chocolate anejo.
It's your boy Bourbon Ty. Back to the Batcave.
Back in the back.
Having a good time.
Are we going to keep it the Batcave?
I never know when
I thought it was the meat palace. I thought it was the meat palace.
Well, it's when I have meat.
That's when he has meat, but this is like the studio now, so we got to think of the bear, something.
The domicile of delicious.
I mean, we could do that.
Or something.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we got a special guest this week. I've been really looking forward to doing this interview for a while.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Laurel Tilley. I work with AJ Fernandez. I used to work at Yuli's, which is how I got connected with these guys in the first place. Dario DJ'd my wedding, so we have a very special connection there. But no, happy to be here. I was so honored when you reached out to me to do this podcast. So thanks, Colin.
You're welcome. Well, she used to work for Magnuno first, right?
Yeah.
Or AJ Fernandez?
Yeah, my trajectory was I started at Yuli's in 2011, and I worked there until 2016. And then in 2016, I went to General Cigar and worked with Magnuno for 6 years as a brand ambassador. And then I am only about a week shy of my 1 year anniversary with AJ Fernandez.
It's already been a year?
Yeah, it's already been a year.
Oh, my God.
I know.
That's awesome.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's been good.
He wasn't in the picture, man.
I'll get another one in a minute. I just wanted to get a couple. I get them all as they're going. Just do you.
That's racist. That's racist.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. So how was everybody's Christmas holidays?
Killing it. Had a great holiday. Like typical family, we celebrated like 12 different times with the different branches of the family. It's like different branches of the military. Darn. But no, we had great times. Killing the food. Christmas Eve, I at the Meat Palace, I made a smoked prime rib and did a goat cheese green bean thing, and then some crispy smashed taters, and just laid it out. It was awesome.
Why did we?
Well, I was just going to say, where was our invite? God
I know,
damn.
and we all were in town. I mean, you were in town. Oh my God!
Right.
I mean, I had my Italian side. Went to the Italian side.
Oh God!
Yeah, we had
Is that Italian or Sicilian?
Sicilian.
Because you say you're Puerto Rican Sicilian, so I mean
Sicilian.
Which side?
I went to the Sicilian side.
All right.
And we just my aunt tore it down.
What about the black side, fam?
I don't talk to my black side anymore. I really don't, because they I don't want to get into it. It's all in my wedding, and they pulled some shit I don't want to talk about. But yeah, I don't really associate, except for my dad. I talk to my dad on a regular basis, and he went out of town. He just got married, so he went out of town. Yeah,
fair enough.
So he went out of town. But I spent weekend. What was it? Christmas Eve with my aunt, my uncle. And then I went to the in-laws Christmas Day. So, yeah.
Nice.
You're back home.
Yeah, it was busy. I mean, it's just nonstop running. Tyler, like you were saying, the food marathon we did Christmas Eve. We went to Yuli's in the morning, and then visited with my dad a little bit. Went to my husband's aunt's house, and they always do such a good. They're Italian as well, so they do the whole like Italian branch of it. So really great lasagna, manicotti,
everything.
We did a turducken, which is the first time I ever had a turducken.
Ooh.
So it was awesome. Honestly, I like turkey, chicken, and duck independent of each other, and I feel like somehow together they were just even better. I don't know if it's like all the.
Whenever anybody talks about turducken, I always think about John Madden explaining turducken during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because he kind of came up with that, right?
Yeah.
Well, he just he over-explained everything for so long, so it was kind of always funny because, they came through. NFL was like, oh, turducken, it's a turkey inside of a duck inside of a chicken. Like, it's just, oh my gosh.
I've had it before. I did one year, years ago. Years ago, I did one.
Yeah, it was good. Her daughter who brought it lived in Houston, and they got it from some market out there, and then forgot it, and they had to have their neighbor go into their house and like overnight ship it.
Jeez, in the middle of Thanksgiving, an overnight ship your protein.
Yeah,
I'm sure that was
1,500
miles. It was costly. It was costly, but it was good, And then did the Christmas Eve party and Christmas Day. We went to 4 different places, but
And my mother-in-law actually made a cannoli pie.
So oh my God!
Took the I can't even talk anymore today. I quit. The crust was like crushed up waffle cone, and then the pie filling was like a classic like chocolate chip pie.
Yeah.
So it was like the
So it was like the mascarpone that was
like mascarpone and chocolate chips.
Oh.
And it
okay.
was
That sounds super good.
super awesome because it wasn't sweet, but it was so dense,
Yeah.
and it was just an inch and a half of thick. Like, yeah,
Are we live right now or no?
No, we can't go live because
that was earlier.
Yeah, that was earlier.
I was just testing and got to bolster the Wi-Fi out here.
Gotcha.
Rome wasn't built in a day. We're
no,
working
it's
on
not. I mean, we just got our video stuff a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, really, we just used it for the first time for his birthday, so we're still learning the video.
Nice. Well, this is a good setup you guys have here. I mean, this is very professional.
Yeah, we're
We're
working
getting
on
there. We're getting there.
We're trying.
We're
Too bad I
trying.
can't say the same thing about the hosts.
it, right? So,
I mean, I can't speak for Tyler. I
It's
just
good
met
that
you,
you've
but-
known them for so long because
Yeah. You've been on a roll this year, though. I've seen you all over YouTube. It's been insane with podcasts and
Yeah, I know because I think you had seen me on Cigars Daily, which
Yep.
is why you're
yeah.
like, oh well, I guess you qualify to come on my podcast now.
Oh wow. I mean, I would have reached out to you. It's just that we've been doing so much local stuff, and now I think for by the way, my Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, we don't want to hear about yours.
Heard trying to herd some cats over here.
Yeah.
My Christmas this year it was great. I actually wore a flannel for the first time. I did not know flannels were the thing that you wear on Christmas.
Like
Oh yeah,
flannel- like
matching
flannel onesie?
flannel.
No, flannel shirt.
I was gonna say,
know the
I don't think you can get him in a onesie.
Buffalo flannel.
This guy.
The red and the black is the iconic.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a guy who's got a couple flannels.
Yeah.
So red and black is
Red and black, the buffalo flannel.
What's
is
your
like the
go-to
iconic.
brand of flannel?
Dixon for
Dixon.
sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
They're made for big guys. So
100%.
yeah.
Well, the one I had on was made for big guys. I actually looked pretty good in it.
You didn't look bad.
It was a Columbia, and got it from Farm and Fleet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Farm and Fleet.
Well, if you ever want to wear another one, just go to Dixon. Dixon has
Dixon does cool stuff.
So
They
next
do.
year, what I want to do is I want to coordinate my flannel with my shoes. Like
You
that.
always coordinate everything with your shoes. So
Yeah.
So there was lots to eat. I got there a few minutes late, due to traffic. The Uno card game was spectacular. As I went to the store to buy Buffalo Trace and Hennessy, came back and the Uno table was just going absolutely nuts with arguing going on. I'm like, who's arguing over Uno? Apparently, people try to cheat in Uno.
how do you cheat Uno?
I have no idea. But I know we were at my aunt's house and she was getting fed up. And
That's amazing.
she skipped like 5 people in a row. I'm like, wait a minute. How do you skip 5 people in a row?
If you got five skips in your hand, you can skip as many people as you want.
She said they weren't playing right, so she was just skipping. I haven't played Uno in years.
It's fun.
And so by the time I sat down at the table to play, everybody was done. Moose had on the flannel. He was on the loose.
He's so cute.
He is.
Yeah.
I
He
got
looks
him
more and more like you.
I got him
older he gets.
a cool little DJ controller VTech thing
Oh,
for Christmas, and he's just you can move the platter and make scratching noises, and he's just having the ball, a little beat machine on the side, and
His mini Glencairn,
yeah.
apple juice.
It's
Full
apple
of
juice. We got to get him a baby one next year.
we had one, but we lost it. Unfortunately, we'll get another one. I do pour apple juice in it.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
What was the favorite gift that you guys either got or received?
Mine was my book on his bourbon masterclass book. So
Oh, nice.
It goes A to Z from everything bourbon, all the history.
Who gave it to you?
My mother-in-law gave it to me.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm a big cook, big chef, and we do a lot of like 4-wheeling and Airbnb rentals and stuff. So I got a travel Blackstone flat top griddle,
Oh my god.
which they're so universal.
Oh, they're great.
We made breakfast burritos and all that stuff for when we had Black Friday out at J. Henry.
Oh, so you got it early.
No, so that was my dad's. He has like a 17-inch.
Okay.
This one's a 22-inch, which is my only complaint with his. It's like just a hair small.
Small. Yeah.
So I hopped into that, and it was super excited. Kind of assumed that I was getting it. Kind of we've got on our iPhones, we've got our notes tab, and we've shared a notes tab for like our entire family, and it's your running Christmas list throughout the whole year.
Oh, you have to.
So like I've got an Amazon list attached to my notes. So if someone wants to go into my wish list, it's a public wish list that they can go in and pick things. And
That's cool.
it's everything. You have to be courteous, right? So I'm not saying that it's like, oh, I need a $100 gift, because some people don't want to afford that for, I got to buy gifts for 20 people. So there's everything from $20 to $300.
Yeah.
So, it's my running list that I have for just things I want to buy over.
Well, we did
over
that for the
summer, so-
podcast for sponsorships.
100%. Yep.
Yeah,
You guys got a lot of time on your hands to do that.
No, it's
Oh,
just
it's easy.
It's
Simple.
easy. It's
Yeah.
simple.
It's easy
yeah,
cheese.
it's simple, but we just a few minutes out of the day, you go through and figure, okay, we need this for the podcast, and we need this for the podcast.
It's
then we
almost
send it over
essential
to
now.
yeah, it is.
Amazon is so easy,
It is.
unfortunately.
It's
but
too easy.
yeah.
We share one throughout the family, Amazon Prime. So I mean, they found out what we were getting them because they looked on the Amazon cart and they were like, oh. Yeah, I wanted that.
Yep.
My husband
now
always
it's coming.
complains that I'm difficult to buy for him. Like, just go to my Amazon save for later.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's basically my wish list. I mean, because you can.
Yep.
And we, around the holidays, we don't go snooping on the account to see,
No,
who bought what.
that's not right. No, I mean,
Actually,
it ruins it.
I fought a little bit. I started delivering stuff to my office
Yeah,
because I got some Snoopy Snoops over
Yeah, you got
people I
kids.
live, my roommates,
Oh.
aka my wife.
you're.
She got a pair of Freebird boots, like fancy motorcycle boots and whatever. She through the couple of kids, her feet grew or whatever, so her boots that she had were too small, and she's like, oh, I've been looking for these, looking for those, and kind of blew it off because like, oh, those are way too expensive, I'm not going to get them. And of course I got them for her, so that was probably her favorite gift too. But yeah, what'd you get, MC?
You know what? My best gift was to be able to spend Christmas with everybody I love, as far as family and friends, with no drama.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's always a
That's one
good
of the
thing.
best gifts you can ever
I
have.
didn't ask for anything, and I stopped asking for things for Christmas quite a while ago, because I'm like, I work hard enough to where if I don't get it that way, if I don't get what I won't be disappointed. I just go out and buy it myself. Other than that, I got my daughter some stuff, and grandson some stuff, and I was fine, because I got to spend it with my mom, my grandmother, my auntie, my cousins, my nieces and nephew, and a special friend. So it was good. It was good to go.
It's always good to spend time with family. It's the closest time of the year.
Yeah.
I get aggravated about the holidays.
Why?
The biggest thing is that like it's almost over embellished. Like,
Yeah,
why do we have to go 8 months to go have friends and family come over for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and then it's just a
But
couple weeks later we got the holidays.
Is.
But Christmas is all about family, and I'm not angry about it or anything crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just like it comes back. It's like it's just almost aggravating because all of the chaos that ensues on the leading up to Christmas.
It is.
And then the chaos ensues that's after Thanksgiving.
Well,
like it's just a whirlwind, and it feels like 2 weeks ago we had Thanksgiving, and then now we're into Christmas, and now we're in the winter season. It's not even like a thing anymore. So, I guess the backside is just I wish I could spend more time with family, and then outside family ends up having sports tournaments, and they're busy for the summer, and we've got our own stuff, and family just has family centric things that they have to focus on. So. But I wish we could spend more time with family outside of these like intimate holidays. Even though it's super nice to get together, it's just I don't know. That's kind of my.
It's
my
busy, you're stressed because you're trying to make sure everything is coming together, and you're running from place to place, and it's fun, and you appreciate being able to see everybody. But yeah, I agree. It's like, can't we just do this more often? Maybe less condensed.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm sure it's got to be hard for you living in Nashville, right?
Yeah, I mean, we come up about 10 days over the holidays for Christmas and New Year's. And that gives us a good opportunity to see everybody. And we're pretty good about coming back. This particular year, I've been back a lot. I mean, a lot. I've genuinely been back to Wisconsin like 14 times. But my dad has been going through some medical stuff. So I've been running back and forth a lot. So I feel like I've lived more in Milwaukee this year than I have in Tennessee.
You have been here a lot this year.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I know.
noticed that. But you're here, and then by the time I know you're here, it's like, oh, damn, she's
Yeah,
already
well,
gone.
that's on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
I think the last time I seen you, we did
She's
breakfast
sneaky.
together.
We did breakfast together last Christmas.
Was that when it was?
It was a year ago because
Oh my damn!
Oh, my damn.
We went to
I
Mimosas?
mean, that's not the last time I saw you. I
No.
saw you over the year when I had been up here. But when you're talking about going to Mimosas with like Andy and Julia,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was last Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was a year ago today.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So good to see you again.
Yeah.
It just proves you hit a half a century and like life still doesn't slow down.
Yeah.
Life never slows down.
No. It
It's
doesn't.
crazy.
I've been kind of like sick for the past couple of days. Like I didn't go to work today.
I could see
I
it on
just
your
had
face.
like muscle achy. Like
You sure you don't have the vid?
no, I don't. I tested. It's okay. You guys are clear.
All right, cool. I'm just making sure you ain't got the vid.
Nope. No kofifi here, man.
No kofifi.
But like even the day today, I had like time to finally take a break and breathe. And I was like, I can't not do anything right now.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go do something. I have to go be productive. So like diagnosed the heater in here. It wasn't working last time we were here.
No,
I had the
but it
propane
wasn't
tank
bad, though.
filled. You know, everything. Turns out the igniter wasn't working. So called my HVAC guy. I was like, hey, like help me troubleshoot this. It's like, well, pull this panel off, take a peek at this. It should start up, and there's like 3 or 4 stages. I was like, oh, nope, it's not doing this. He's like, all right, pull that part out, go grab it, replace it. It'll be fine. So
Yeah.
he ultimately, I owe him a bottle of bourbon or something because he just saved me a couple $100
Oh,
service.
that's dope that you got the
but-
people that you can call like that.
well, I'm
Come
also
over and
handy.
help.
I'm handy
Yeah.
enough to try to diagnose and figure it out too. So, but yeah, just over probably 6 text messages. I was like, hey, I need some HVAC help here. He's like, yep, done. So,
I'm not going to lie. When we rolled up and I saw this was in the garage, I'm like, oh, I really hope there's a heater.
Oh, yeah. Trust us.
Yep.
We're big boys. We put off heat, but we make sure.
that's why you're in the middle.
Because
the radiant heat.
with our
Perfect.
Patreon, we have people that we let come in and be part of the. If they are part of the Patreon, they can come in and sit and watch us do the podcast and
Drink with us.
drink with us.
Drink, have a
and
good time. Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunities to be part of the Bear Proof Podcast Patreon. So
Yep. So AJ Fernandez, tell us about the cigar that we're smoking.
Yep.
And then maybe just a little bit before that, tell us that 10,000 foot view of the brand and really what you want to highlight. And I guess I have to say thank you for coming in, sharing a cigar with us. It's been great. I've been a fan of AJ Fernandez for probably almost a year since we've been hanging out with MC at Bourbon Sunday and different
Nice.
things. He's been directing me towards the brand in general. But tell us about the brand and then tell us about the stick.
Sure. So
Tell us about the man.
I will.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So, AJ Fernandez as a brand has been around for 20 years. In fact, we're doing an anniversary cigar coming up here. So that's exciting. But, a little bit about AJ's history is he was born in Cuba, and him and his family moved to Nicaragua when he was in like his late teens, early 20s. And he always had an affinity for tobacco. He was raised around it. And so he was working in Nicaragua as a roller, just trying to kind of climb through the ranks. And he was, to keep this condensed, he was identified as a great roller and blender. And he really started his career in the e-commerce space. So blending for like Cigars International was his big thing, like Man of War and some of those brands that they do specifically for e-commerce. And then back in 2012, he started his own company of brands. So what we know is now is AJ Fernandez Portfolio, and that was with San Latano. So that was back in 2012. Then in 2014, we launched New World, and New World is really what kind of put that brand on the map as far as being an AJ brand versus an AJ collaboration brand. And then me coming on board here, I'm trying to like make sure I'm not sound so
good.
breathy in this microphone.
you're good.
So me coming on board here too last year was to help differentiate between AJ Portfolio and AJ Collaboration blends, because there's a lot of people when I say that I work for AJ Fernandez, they're like, oh, I love that Monte Cristo, or I love the H. Upman, or I love what you guys did with Tabernacle, or whatever it may be. And so trying to make sure that people realize that AJ has his own house of brands as well, in addition to the collaboration. So actually just about a year and a half ago, we kind of rebranded to the AJ Fernandez Portfolio. So in our house of brands, we have 7 different lines and 17 different cigars.
Sure. And,
we want to stay big enough with new releases that, we're competitive, but not so much that we're trying to oversaturate, There's only so much real estate in cigar shops. And so the expectation that we're going to go in and take somebody else's market share is just, not the reality. You're just going to bump your own product out there. So I think we're really good about being strategic about what we release and making sure to kind of filter people back to understanding what AJ is as a brand versus, what he does with collaborations. For him as a blender, his claim to fame is being able to take Nicaraguan tobacco and make it something really, really interesting. I mean, I'm not trying to say that Nicaraguan tobacco doesn't have enough character on its own, is really like the hot growing region right now. And it seems to be kind of just moving at that pace. It's not slowing down, where I would say in the boom in the 90s, the Dominican Republic was sort of where people expected to get their cigars from. Nicaragua has been at the top of its game for about the last decade. And AJ has been really a big figure in that change in perception. So, within what I would say is a relatively condensed line of cigars, we do multiple Nicaraguan puros. So I'm sure you guys all know this, but for the sake of the viewers, a puro just means that all the components of the cigar, so wrapper, binder, filler, as well as the production, is all coming from the same country of origin. So he is really skilled in being able to take these different regions in Nicaragua and make them something super unique and complex and delicate and all different. You can put 6 puros next to each other and they're all going to smoke differently.
Yep, sure. Oh, yeah.
So really, really great with Nicaraguan tobacco and just letting the country shine through his blends. And he's a big family guy, super passionate about the blends, and he really doesn't blend what he doesn't want to. So everything that you smoke from him is going to be like truly an AJ cigar. And he's always got that little signature stamp on it, regardless if it's his own stuff or collaborations, the way he does his fermentation process, it's very unique. You can always tell, like, I'm a big music person, and I think Dave Grohl is a really great drummer. And, he's got that unique drumming style to him where if you listen to him in his time with Nirvana versus the Foo Fighters, when he drummed on the album for Queens of the Stone Age, you can always tell that it's a Dave Grohl album because of his drumming style. Same thing with AJ. Like, you can always tell what he did because he's got that signature stamp on it. As far as this blend goes, we are smoking the Bellas Artes Maduro in the Lancero. Now, I'm a huge Lancero person.
Me too.
I like the wrapper concentration. I can talk to death about the difference in vitolas, so we'll keep it simple here. But I just like that smaller ring gauge because you're getting so much flavor from it. This is it's a Maduro, but we're using Brazilian Matafina versus a broadleaf, so you're getting a little bit more of like that natural sweetness to it. I liken it to a really like high-end piece of dark chocolate where you get like the cocoa and that little bit of a bite, but then underneath you kind of get like the cherry notes and like the pit fruits. And I think it's just a really beautiful, complex cigar, and it's one of my absolute go-tos, not just from AJ, but from our whole humidor.
Now that Matafina,
it's pairing very well.
It is. It's perfect with the OKI.
I haven't even tried the pairing.
The Matafina is a rarer leaf, isn't it? Or is it be getting more accessible now?
I don't know if rare is the right word. I would just say it's not really used with any sort of ubiquity.
Yeah.
The company that I used to work for, General, we did it on only 2 cigars, and we had a really, really large portfolio. And there's a couple other companies out there like Roma Craft that were using them. Yep. But, Matafina, I don't know about the production, if it's hard to come by, but I know it's just not super widely used.
Yeah. No, it's a very good cigar. The leaf Matafinas,
I love Brazilian tobacco.
Oh my God.
Yeah, before you said anything, I got like a chocolate, cocoa, coffee, like complex to it.
It's like
a little bit of pepper, but not overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
It is.
It's something that I love to smoke on the regular. It's the right mix, right? So with the hybrid, so you're not the first, but hybrid is, I guess it's, from my understanding, from me hearing now, it's been around for quite some time, and there's quite a few manufacturers doing it.
Correct. Yeah, it's something that we do use, but it's not something that we are, the only ones doing. I mean, I can't speak for other companies. My own experience with the 2 companies I've worked here, both of them dealing in hybrids. My former company dealing in hybrids only with limited releases, at least when I was there. And, now with AJ, we have some full releases that deal with hybrids because, like I said, I don't know what got cut off here, but, not remembering the particulars of how long it takes a hybrid to become stable, that year to year it's going to be the same. That's always the risk, right? If you're going to do a full run cigar, you want every year, every batch of that cigar to taste the same. With a limited, you have more flexibility because it's like, okay, this is one and done. It can taste however the fuck it tastes, right. and then it doesn't matter. We only did it once.
Well, you build out consistency. So I'm going to loop it into bourbon. So single barrel releases. Mm-hmm. You look at Blanton's. We know Blanton's is trash, but that's sometimes the best bourbon you've ever tasted and the worst you've ever tasted.
Okay, but it's so inconsistent.
Henry McKenna is also a single barrel Henry McKenna 10-year. It's bottled in bond, so there's unique requirements there, but it's also from year to year and barrel to barrel because it is a single barrel. It's going to have some variability, but they do have a general flavor profile that they're trying to maintain. So honestly, my favorite barrel turns out to be Henry McKenna 10-year, just because it's just a good, consistent bourbon. And I've known friends be like, oh, yeah, I got a bottle like 3 years ago and it was the worst thing I've ever had, so I haven't looked for it again.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate that consistency as it's built across, because you build something. I have one cigar at Fox Cigar down in Arizona for a bachelor party. And I'm, oh, man, I got to get that cigar, and I get it over here in
place,
Milwaukee.
by the way.
Yeah, good place, cool place. That was probably my online place. I used to use Thompson, but then I went to Fox and just have had good experiences. Now I got a guy local that I usually broker my sticks from.
I used to go to Cigar Bid and just bid on cigars, and then I spent a lot of money on Cigar Bid. Ugh.
I never.
There's worse things to spend your money on.
Yeah, I've never got into that.
Yeah. I got probably about 3-4 humidors at home.
I tell my wife, like, I could have a crack addiction or something. Like,
it's-
I'd rather have
It it gives you joy. If I need, it's my therapy. Cigars are my yoga. That's what I say.
Yep.
Tell my wife that all the time. Cigars are my yoga. You go do yoga,
Yep.
and I come and I smoke cigars and I drink bourbon. I don't overdo it. I mean, there's times where you get but there's times where I just come out here and I come hang out with you guys, and I do the podcast. We do the podcast every week, and it's like I'm chill.
we
It's
tolerate
my
you.
zen.
That's fine. Yep, that's good.
Yeah, fuck you.
But everybody needs their outlet, and
Right.
you know, if this is it, then great. I mean, it could be worse. It could be way worse.
It could be way worse.
I mean, I did walk into this garage and be like, "Holy shit!" Looking at your wall of bourbon here. I mean, this is amazing.
He's got
got
that's
some stuff.
years of collection. Plus, he's got a whole another cabinet over there.
There's some
and there's our media section over there too. So we get bottles sent to us by other companies. And speaking of that, we gotta, when we're all finished, we gotta try that. What I'm not looking forward to.
Saints
but
Pour again.
Saints pour.
Saints Pour.
So
We got to do. Yeah, we got to
So,
do that. And
I tried to
BC, I know
type
you have
some things in.
I know you have some more questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play the novice bourbon
Go ahead.
or novice cigar person. So, Laurel, when you have that novice cigar person come in, and you're either repping at a location, or someone walks in, you're like, hey, you know, there's 400 SKUs in a humidor, and you're trying to kind of attract them towards the AJ brand. Tell me about like what differentiates, or what really, you know, what you want to say to them to say, hey, I'm going to go buy 5 sticks or a box because of I tried one and I really love it, or just that typical, like, you know, brand marketability.
Sure.
So kind of run us through that. So I'm walking into a humidor and there's 400 SKUs, and I go, I really don't know what I want. I like a mild to medium body, medium to full body, depending on, you know, whatever day it is. I'm a golf course smoker, or, you know, I smoke a cigar every single day on my way home from work.
Yeah. Well, it's a good question, and you know, my boss jokes that I can like wax poetic about anything. You know, I think one of my strong suits in my position is that, you know, I'm really good at talking, and you know, for me, when I'm trying to sell something to somebody, just making sure it's relatable. You know, if you're telling me, oh, you're using this to go on the golf course, or, oh, you're trying to go to your brother's wedding and get something, you know, that's all really solid information, you know, for like a wedding or a barbecue, a family function, right? For me, I always want to sell you something that is going to be complex enough for a seasoned smoker that they can enjoy it, but approachable enough for a newer smoker that they're not going to be knocked down their ass, you know?
Yep.
I always try to be delicate with newer smokers, just because you want to steer them in the right direction so they can have a good experience. And I'm not one that is like so hell bent on having it to be my own brand that, you know, I'm going to give you something that I don't think you would like simply to benefit, you know, me or us. I mean, obviously, if I'm out doing an event or something, I'm not going to go in the humidor and sell somebody else's cigar. But if somebody comes to me objectively and says, you know, hey, as a newer smoker, what should I look for? You know, first of all, don't judge. You know, I always hated walking into a cigar shop and they'd be like, oh, our flavored section is over there. Like, okay.
yeah,
You know, and
I'm that guy. I am that guy.
damn, Dario.
I'm sorry, but I am that guy.
Okay, you have to stop.
Well, my job is to to educate people.
Okay, yeah, but that I will tell you, if I walk into a cigar shop and somebody says, "Oh, you're looking for something? Our flavored section is over there," I would turn right the fuck around.
Yeah, nobody wants that flavored cigar. I'm sorry. You got to get it. If you're trying to get them in a cigar, flavored is not the way to
And it's not that I'm anti-flavor. I'm just not personally a flavored smoker, and I think there's a really, again, kind of going back to the inclusivity of women in the cigar industry, I think it's not a good look to say, "Oh, you're a woman, so I want to send you to something flavored or something mild."
No, so I've learned a lot from you. You do know that. I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot watching you, at Yuli's before I came on board. So, watching, I know I typically don't smoke those flavored cigars. I've had a couple, but that's not my go-to. So if a woman comes in and asks for it, yes, I'm going to take the time and try to help that woman the best way I possibly can with those. If a guy comes in, I'm like, "Nah, fam, I don't smoke those." That's just, and I know I need to get better at that because I can see the gears in your head just turning right now.
Oh yeah, off camera, I'm definitely gonna smack you.
Yeah. Well, if somebody comes in and says, "Oh, I had a flavored cigar before. What can you suggest me?" You gotta be okay. So if you tried flavored before, now try this. When I worked at Yuli's, I used to push them towards, if they're just starting out, the Yuli Honduran is a perfect cigar.
Of course.
If they're the novice, like not really know anything about cigars. Yuli Honduran.
And all you have to do is if somebody comes in, woman, man, dog, deer, whatever, and and they come in and they're a newer smoker and they're looking for guidance. Just don't pigeonhole them.
I didn't.
And no, but just you can ask, say, well, there's two main different types of cigars. We have a flavored cigar, which is flavor added, and we have a traditional cigar, which has natural flavors.
Yeah.
And, then let them tell you, versus, and I really try to not be offended because I understand that, people still are stuck in their ways, but like, don't point me to the acid counter and don't point me to something that's, going to be so mild that it's like I'm smoking air, Just do your due diligence and ask me what I'm looking for.
And I will do that. For perfect example, today, I opened the store this morning, which is rare for me to do because, me being an educator, I'm usually in the classroom, but it's Christmas break. So a guy came in today, is like, New Year's is coming up. I want to smoke some cigar for New Year's, and he bought flavored cigars. I took the time to help him. I really did. Took the time to help him. He bought he bought 2 acid toast. He bought an Eileen's Dream and a Tatiana cigar. So he was like, do you inhale cigars? And I'm like, no, you don't. I'm like, if you want to die.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be really lightheaded.
So but the funny thing is, Jeff was watching me, and Jeff thought it was just hilarious as I was helping this guy out. So I'm like, helping this guy out, I'm in the case, and I'm like, well, do you like rum chata and Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. So I know I have smoked acid toast before. It was given to me by Andy. He's like, it tastes like rum chata and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It does.
So I'm like, all right, I'll try it because you gave it to me. And I was like, wow, it's not my go-to, but it tasted exactly like you said. So back to this gentleman that I was dealing with, he's like, well, I don't really smoke much. I said, well, how much time do you have? He's like, well, I don't know. I said, I'm going to teach you how to smoke a cigar today.
Yeah.
So I was like, pick a cigar you want to smoke. He bought a cutter. He bought a regular guillotine cutter. And first of all, I said to him, I was like, how are you going to cut this cigar?
Yeah.
So, of course, he was going to circumcise it. So I was like, no. So I broke down, showed him the caps, showed him how to cut it, showed him how to light it.
Yeah.
He, I lit it for him at the counter. He started smoking. And I said, have a seat. Stay a while.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Relax. I want you to relax. I want you to take a few puffs here and
have the experience.
The experience. Enjoy. Like, sit down. I'm going to check on you in 10 minutes. So he smoked a cigar for like 10 minutes. Of course, that particular cigar, I think it's a Toro size. I always tell people, when they come in, I'm like, a cigar is
what
like
was it?
Acid toast.
Oh, that's right, that toast.
It's like a commitment. Like, I always ask people when they come in, mild, medium, or full.
Yeah.
But then I say, how much time do you have?
How much time do you have?
Because That's important to me because one thing I cannot stand is when you buy a cigar and you start smoking it, and when you do that, you don't have the time and you want to like
rush,
not rush it, but what they do is they take it and they cut it off to where it's not lit, and they want to put it in the bag. I'm like, that's a no.
I'm sorry,
that's a no. So then Jeff gave him a tube, and I'm like, Jeff, that cigar's not. It's not going to be right.
No, not with the flavor. It'd be a flavored cigar.
But you can guide them. But ultimately, it's their decision, right?
True.
So my thing is, when you smoke,
I
a cigar,
agree with you. Trust me.
You want to have that enjoyable experience. Otherwise, he's going to go. So when he did that, because first he had put it in the bag with the rest of the cigars, I'm like, that's a no. That's like a cardinal sin.
Yeah, you don't mix.
You explained to him
cigars.
why he shouldn't do that.
I
but
did.
If he chooses to,
I
then,
did.
Then that's on
I
you.
explained it. We got him a tube. So he got a tube, and I'm like, okay, you got it in this tube. All right. I said, here's the thing. You're gonna need to smoke that cigar tonight.
Yeah. Otherwise,
you need to finish it. Otherwise, if you go back to it the next day or the day after, it is going to be trash. It's all you're gonna do with it being in that tube. That char that was on that cigar is just going to be going back and forth through that tube.
Even if you blow out of it, it's still going to ruin it.
So that's why I always tell people, when you're smoking cigars, you need to have that time. If you don't have that time, then don't smoke it. You need the time.
Yeah, you don't want to be rushing through it. I mean, it totally negates the reason you want to smoke a cigar to sit down and relax. But we can use this moment as a cigar education tip. If you do need to, if shit hits the fan, you get a phone call and you're like, oh my God, I just bought this double Corona and I need to go and I don't want to waste it. If you cut off the end of it. So if, people's natural inclination is like, okay, well, if it's burning, here, I'm going to cut it here. No, you need to go like a good inch and a half or 2 inches up to make sure you get all the black out of it.
Yep.
If you can get all of like the char out of the bottom of the cigar, it's still never going to taste like it did in the first place, but you will at least be able to salvage it enough to make it smokable. I'm not going to name names, but when I was at Yuli's, there was a gentleman who would come in and he would buy the longest cigar and he would smoke like 15 minutes of it and then put it in a bag and come back and repeat this for like 4 days. And by the fourth day, I'd be like, how is this even palatable? It was
probably
horrifying.
was stale and
horrifying.
just
Can you imagine
horrible.
how bitter and tarry
Oh
it
my
was?
Oh my God! All that tar.
Oh my God!
Because he would do again the cardinal sin of you like stamp it out like really aggressively in the ashtray and then stick it in a plastic bag and bring it back the next day.
One of my worst things is when people come in and they tamp it in there and it's just smushed and just oh my God.
If you don't have the time, when you're smoking a cigar, and this is for the people who are listening to us live and listening to us on a podcast, this is if you do not have the time,
don't start it.
Don't start it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it, you guys.
Right. No. Ask yourself how much time do you have? Yeah. If you got 15 minutes, okay, I got something for you. That's why I always ask people, how long do you want to be smoking for? How long? So I can gauge that. We have different sizes from, you got your short story. Your short story is like a
30 to 45 minutes.
It is, but I'm trying to figure out the size of it. I wouldn't consider that to be a Corona.
No, because it's
a size in itself,
small, isn't it? There's no other size equivalent because it's a figurado, but it's like three-quarters of a petite Corona.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah. So you have your petite Corona, your Corona, then you have your Robusto.
Yep.
Then you have your Toro. Then you have your Churchill. So those are your typical sizes. Am I correct?
Corona,
typical size.
Corona too,
but you have different manufacturers that name their cigars different because you also have the the Diademas. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, Diadema.
You have there's tons of different sizes of cigars out there. So, I like the fact that we are going like cigar education today because we always talk about bourbon.
It's always bourbon.
We are actually I'm going to need some of that myself because I'm empty over here.
Yeah, that's fine. No, we're usually
going pour.
Sure. We talk about pour.
Okay, well this is an awkward angle. Let me readjust.
Yeah, we usually talk cigars, but it's not as much as today has been. Today, I'm glad we got you on.
Well, that's good because I know a lot about cigars and nothing about bourbon other than it's brown and liquid. Yeah. So we can learn from each other.
We can. Cigar shop
Wow.
etiquette. Cigar shop etiquette.
Cigar shop etiquette. All
Yes.
right. Well, don't stuff your cigar in the ashtray when you leave. Just set it down.
Yes.
Set it down. It'll burn
gets-
itself out.
It gets all smoky and it chars the bottom of the ashtray. And as somebody who has had to clean many ashtrays in my life, don't fucking do it. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Don't make out with your
Yes.
cigar and then use the community cutter.
Yes, I always find it so funny that during
Don't wait.
COVID
Don't do what?
Don't make out with your cigar and then use the community cutter.
when they like lick the cigar.
Yeah, I won't. I won't let them use the cutter.
Well, no. And then people are like, oh, well, after COVID, this is unacceptable. And you're like, okay, it was always unacceptable.
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
should never have been doing
Never,
this.
never. You should never lick your cigar.
Or the people that kill me is when they get a cigar in the wrapper and they go like this. That's not the true way of smelling a cigar.
Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily categorize it as etiquette. More
No.
so that just makes you look like
Make
you don't
you-
know what
Well,
you're doing.
Yeah.
it's got to be etiquette because somebody had put their nose on it, then somebody else has got somebody else
Okay,
has
well,
gotta
yeah,
smoke that.
if you've got an unsellowed cigar and you're
Unsellowed
sticking your
cigar.
nose all over it and putting it back in, no. If you stuck your nose on it, it's yours.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
you know,
But if it's got cello on it, then okay, whatever.
yeah. The people who take it, they're like,
Yeah. No. What did you get out of that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
don't
No.
judge what somebody else is smoking. That's always what I tell people because sometimes, it's so easy to judge, like, oh, they're smoking a bundle cigar.
Well, you're better than me.
Well,
'Cause
maybe
if you're smoking trash, I'm judging.
No, don't judge. If somebody's smoking a bundle cigar, maybe they can't afford more of another cigar.
True.
But that's just, is there opportunity to still relax? The whole great thing about a cigar lounge is that anybody from every background, socioeconomic, political, whatever, can come together over a common product. On that note, no religion in politics.
Nope.
It's,
Say it again, because we talk about that at Yuli's. No what?
It should be a given. No religion in politics.
No.
Just don't do it.
Or finances.
or finances,
Yeah.
right? But and again, going back to the judging thing, like, I know you hate the flavored cigars, but sometimes that's just what people like. I mean, again, back in my Yuli's days, we had a customer. He came in all the time and he smoked acids because he felt that when he was fly fishing, the smell kept away the bugs more, and that's why
Yeah.
he started smoking them. But after doing it for years, he just had taken a liking to them, and that was his cigar to smoke. And people would give him shit all the time. Like, you know what? Let people be. They're in there. They're enjoying themselves. As long as they're not being a shithead to you, like, just let them. Let
If
them
you're not
exist.
right, if you're not being a shithead to me,
Yeah.
then
I'm not gonna.
you're going to be fine. If you're not being a shithead.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're being a shithead, that's where I come in and judge. Another example. One guy came in. I remember one guy. He was a politician, young politician in Madison. He comes in. He's like, I want to smoke what you smoke. At the time, I was smoking a triple Maduro. I had just started my shift. I'm like, you can't smoke this. He's like, no, I want to smoke what you smoke. You always got a lot of people that say they want to smoke what you smoke.
Like, friend, you're not going to have a good time.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you this smoke. So I gave him this cigar. 10 minutes in, he turns blue.
Color me shocked.
Because he sits right next to me. I was doing something, and he sat right next to me. He was just talking to me. We was just shooting the shit. So I look at him, and he's turning blue. And I'm like, you all right, fam?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man. So
Boy needs a Coke.
I take the cigar from him.
Yeah.
I give him a Coke. I said, drink this. And then I give him a very lighter cigar. I gave him a 10-year champagne. And he was like, oh, this is way better.
This is more my speed.
Like, I tried to tell you, dude. You
Yeah.
didn't want to listen to me. You didn't want to listen to me.
Well,
What's up, Alex?
this is topical because my husband just walked in. But when we got married, so when I was with General, we used to get cigars just shipped to the house. When it was a new release, they would just show up, which you can't complain about that. And I had gotten a box of, they were 770s, which is the size that I do not smoke because they're just uncomfortable for me to smoke. They're ridiculous.
Like a 3-hour cigar.
And it was the Punch Diablo, which ironically AJ makes.
They made that in a 770?
Yeah.
Are you? Damn.
Yeah, it's a big ass cigar.
They got a lot of that big cigars now. It's
and
insane.
It's so much. I am never going to smoke the cigar. I'm like, it's fine. We're getting married in a couple months. Like, I'll just hold on to it and add it to the cigar table. Somebody will smoke it, right? Because our wedding was like 90% cigar smokers.
Yeah.
So one of my childhood.
Great wedding, by the way.
Thank you. Well, the DJ was wonderful.
Oh, shameless plug.
So
Yeah.
one of one of my childhood friends was there, and he's not a cigar smoker, and I catch him over by the table, and I was like really diligent. I had all the cigars laid out. I had like mild, medium, full bodied, you know, in different sections to help people out to the best of my ability. Cause like, I'm not going to be there obviously like talking about them. Right. And I catch him picking up a Punch Diablo. I'm like, whoa. I was like, I'm going to stop you right there.
Hey, boy.
I was like, you're not going to have a good time. And he's like, I don't understand. And I'm like trying to explain to him, you know, well, you know, as a non-cigar smoker, like this is not only the sheer volume of tobacco is ridiculous, you know, but the blend itself is like very punchy. I was like, as a regular cigar smoker, this isn't something that I even really smoke. And thankfully, one of my friends, former coworkers, was there, and he's like, "Go do your wedding. I'll find him something he can smoke." But I'm so glad that I caught him. I was like, "Stop."
Yeah.
Stop right now.
He would have had a bad night.
He would have had a horrible night.
A bad night.
He would have been sick. But see, when you talk about people getting sick and smoking cigars, what I tell them is sugar.
Totally.
Grab a Coke. Grab some chocolate. Something that's got some type of sugar in it that'll help you with that sickness that
Yes,
you got.
even if you go to a
cigars.
cigar lounge and they don't have anything other than like the raw sugar packets for your coffee.
Pour it in your mouth.
Put it on your tongue. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, during COVID, when I was like home all the time and had to justify my job, I was doing a bunch of videos, and I did one on what to do when you smoke a cigar that's too strong. And that was one of the things we talked about was a packet of sugar, a soda, a candy bar. A lot of shops will sell candy bars. Down at the factories, the big thing is actually bananas, because the potassium in the banana, as well as the natural sugars, helps kind of settle your stomach. I was always a big fan of like sugary cereal, something like Captain Crunch. You know, if you're willing to, you know, tear your mouth up on it, you get the
just like Funyuns.
Yeah.
Funyuns tear your mouth up too.
Tear your mouth up and then smoke a cigar. Oh, that's the worst.
There's always a cost benefit. I mean,
It is.
That is
Funyuns
the
are
worst.
delicious. Captain Crunch delicious.
But then you get like the milk. It's like
Oh my God, it's perfect.
like medicinal cereal.
My favorite is after you're done eating the cereal, you drink the milk with the sugar. And, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm hungry now.
There's a place in Vegas that I've been to Vegas a lot of times for our trade shows, and it's the Milk Bar at Momofuku in the Cosmopolitan. It's like one of my favorite restaurants in Vegas, and they do this cereal milk ice cream.
Oh my
God! So
God.
they actually like use the milk to spin the ice cream. So when you eat the ice cream, it tastes like cereal milk, and then it's served on a bed of like frosted flakes.
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
so simple, but it's so fucking out of this world.
I'm
That's,
sure.
Speaking of the Cosmo,
Fried ice
gastronomy.
cream.
speaking of the Cosmo, there's a lot of hidden gems
is.
in the Cosmo.
There is.
You got, what is it, Secret Pizza?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't spend a lot of time at the Cosmo other than Momofuku.
Secret Pizza's in there too. It's a hidden pizza joint.
Hey, they got a Fuente, not in the Cosmo, but down in Vegas. Don't they?
It's
I
in
think it's
Caesar.
Caesar.
Caesar's. Yes.
Caesars, yeah.
Caesar's.
Firefighter Rob goes.
Fuente,
Yeah.
where you can
It's
get all those
Fuentes all the
cigars
time,
that
yeah.
you can't usually get.
Not
The Casa
necessarily.
Fuente, they send them out when they send them out, and then you.
They've been
other than
sending.
that,
They've been sending those out a lot more lately.
I've seen that at Yuli's. You get they got more
they've been
boxes
sending them
of-
out. A lot more. COVID really held a lot of things back.
The Purple Rain you can only get there.
If it was Purple Rain, really? Like
Yeah.
a Prince?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
you can get the Purple Rain over by Southridge.
Can you really?
Yeah, there's-
the
yeah.
76th Street. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she charges an arm and a leg for them.
Well, I mean, who doesn't charge an arm and a leg for opium?
yeah, they're that box of cigars is based off of Prince.
Nice.
Purple Rain. Yeah.
I mean, I figured it had to be, or that's like a severe conflict of interest with the name.
Well, she's got a humidor there. It's really cool. It's a Purple Rain humidor, and she wants $10,000 for it.
Damn. Somebody will buy it, though.
Somebody will buy
yes,
it. Somebody will buy it.
somebody's gonna buy it. Oh
Yeah.
God, somebody's gonna buy it.
Totally.
Well, I mean, if I was a millionaire, I'll buy it.
I would.
was
I mean,
a
if you
millionaire.
got the money for it. My last question for you is: if you had one cigar to smoke for the rest of your
No,
life,
I'm shutting you down. That's a terrible question.
I'm telling you right now. I'm asking you right now. God damn it! If you had one cigar to smoke,
Two
the rest of your
shutdowns
life-
in one night. I got shut down. You got
I
shut
know.
down. Like
one
man.
cigar to
Honestly, only
smoke the
two
rest
is
of your
not bad.
life. One cigar to smoke the rest of your life. You were on an island and you had unlimited of those cigars. What are you smoking?
See,
I asked this for bourbon people too, though. So
no, I
you're
know,
not-
but I'm not like a one, and I'm like a top five. You know, I don't know
okay,
if you
give
were
me
to-
your.
What is your top
three.
five?
Your top. Okay, go top five then. What's your top five cigars? If you could bring 5 of these cigars and you're good for as long as you're alive on an island.
Okay, top five. And I'm not saying this because, I work for the company, but I would bring the AJ Fernandez Diaz de Gloria, an amazing cigar. Medium bodied, everyday smokable,
Yep.
very Cuban-esque. I love it. I love it so much.
I know you gave them out, and someone took mine, and I was
No, you didn't get one?
I got one, but
Okay. But you're hoarding them.
somebody ended up walking away with it. That whole box disappeared.
Well, yeah, because there was a certain customer there that it should have been hidden from.
Yeah. We won't say no names.
I knew it as soon as I saw him. So Diaz de Gloria for sure. You know what? Me and a million other people. I love the Padron 64 Maduro Exclusivo. It's just, it's such a good cigar. It's something that I can smoke all the time. I really, really, really enjoy the Ashton Symmetry.
Those are good.
It's one that I don't think it's like, and maybe I have not the right opinion on it, but like I look at the Ashton Symmetry and I don't think it's the most exciting cigar in the world, but it's always super good and it's super consistent.
Super balanced.
It's
that wrapper.
Yeah, and it's just consistent, and I really enjoy it. I'll stick with those top three because I can just I can talk about cigars forever. But yeah, I'll keep I like two different camera angles going.
You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
You got three up there, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. So those would be my desert island cigars.
Those are good. Well, what about you?
Cigars?
Yeah, your top three cigars that you're on an island and you can only smoke.
I honestly,
Alex, you want something to drink, bro?
Yeah, water, soda, beer.
Good, bro. It's Laurel's husband in the background, if anybody wants to know.
Good, also a good friend of mine.
Very good friend. Very good friend. Very good dude.
Honestly, the Liga series, whether it be a 9 or 52.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big fan of T52s lately.
Thanks to who?
Thanks to you, bro. Like whatever. Like
thanks to me.
Dude, that's so. It's like you said. It's so hard. It's.
I think it changes every day. I think if you ask me tomorrow,
you ask Greg Schneider, "What's your favorite bourbon of your entire profile?" And he literally told you, "I don't." Ask me what day of the week. Ask me what time, because I absolutely love the cognac finish in the morning, and I absolutely love the double oak with a T-bone steak, and I absolutely love. So it's really hard to go down. Drew Estates, Diesel Row, like any of their offerings, whether it be the sherry or the whiskey row.
Oh, the whiskey row. So that's General. So that's the company I used to work for, but AJ blends those.
Yeah. Diesel whiskey rows.
Do you like the sherry or the original one better?
I like the original one. Yeah. I don't like the red wrapper. Or burgundy, whatever.
Yeah.
Frankly, just about anything Drew Estate. I'm kind of a Drew Estate fan. I know that's kind of typical consumer. It's not really boutique at all, but I started out smoking acids because it was not necessarily even a golf course. It was a softball game or it was whatever. It was a person's birthday party. So I've gotten past that, but
they put out good cigars. There's no shame in what you like.
No, I bought a
shame
10-pack of.
There's some shame. There's
we know Mr. Judge.
No. So no, Laura, we were doing a show one day.
Dario throwing shit at everybody who walked through the door.
It's no different than you when I'm DJing. You throwing cigars at me.
So
I didn't hear you complaining.
My number one would be the Amazon Basin.
Sure, that's a great cigar.
Amazon Basin.
Did you like the Mortal Coil?
No, I didn't like the Mortal
Coil. You didn't? The first iteration.
The first one. The second one was horrible.
No, the second one sucked.
This was garbage. It was complete dog water. But it'd be the Amazon Basin. Then I go the Perdomo VSG. They're
VSG by Ashton?
ESG.
Oh, ESV. Wait, hold on. Time out. You said VSG or ESG?
Well, it's a Perdomo. Is it ESV?
You're talking about the ESG, the Estate Sun-Grown?
Estate Sun-Grown. There you go, yeah.
No, wait, what is it?
It's the ESV. Perdomo, the vintage. Ashton.
Okay.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
VSG's
I'm just trying to remember what ESV stands for.
Estate Vintage. It's something... Sun-grown vintage, something like that.
So I've never seen those.
They're
or VSG Virgin Sun-Grown.
No,
correct.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But
that's
they're
Ashton.
in certain places that hold enough Perdomo product.
I mean, we hold a lot at you,
but not enough to where Metro has it. Look at Metro's humidor compared to Yuli's when it comes to Perdomo.
All right,
it's a lot bigger.
So, Alex, I take it you know something about this cigar.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
It's what you bring in.
Yeah, exactly.
Product rules.
Yeah,
okay.
It does.
Sell it, carry it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The reason why I'm asking Alex, guys, and for people who are listening and watching, because Alex also was a staple at Yuli's as well.
Oh, yeah. He still is.
We're sitting with Yuli's royalty
going.
right
That's
now.
how we met, is at Yuli's.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
Nick from Stir came today, and he's like, "Oh, why are you here? Where's Alex?" I'm like,
Oh, wow. They don't care about you, but they care about Alex.
Nick. So, yeah, Alex really is a.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, this has been, organic as usual.
It has been.
We do this. When we're here,
This is what we do.
this is what we do,
This
and
is what Bear Brew Podcast
it
is.
goes on for hours.
Who was the one who really dug their heels in the ground and said, "We need to do this"?
He did. He put my
Is
feet
that
to the
why
fire.
you're in the center of the
Yep.
poster?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he also designed the.
I designed the poster. So what it was is he was talking about it and he was like, "Man, I want to do a podcast." Like, you know what? Fuck, let's do it. We're gonna do it. So I got the first equipment. It was literally one microphone for both of us. One microphone for both of us, and a
look
little
where you are now.
and a little board. We got sponsors now. Shout out to Camtech, our sponsor. All this.
Camtech, we got a
grown.
couple of bourbons on board now.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
What is it? It's RY3.
Rye 3,
OH Ingram,
OH Ingram,
Broken Barrel Center,
Broken
Broken Barrel.
bottle.
So
Yeah.
we got some people on board. And we
Hell
started
yeah.
this in what, May?
Yeah, it's less than a year.
It's
Coming up
less
on a
than
You
year.
record weekly, correct?
We record weekly.
Yeah, every Wednesday we
Weekly.
record and we release. Try to release Sunday between Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
depending on our schedule. So
Okay.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we'll double record. Sometimes
You gotta follow us.
she
No.
well,
No.
No?
she doesn't have to.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm just kidding.
I need that-
no,
I need-
but when and then
I need that on
obviously this
camera.
isn't live. You know,
No.
your live
This
streams.
is
go
live.
out,
We
but-
just started the live stuff now.
Yeah.
The video just came a couple weeks. We usually just release audio.
Yeah,
It's
well,
audio.
I mean, I'll share with my 5 followers the link.
5
for this.
followers. Yeah,
Are you
whatever.
missing some zeros on that 5?
Right, you
missing some zeros?
you missing 3 zeros on that.
yeah.
3. I didn't
got-
say 2.
I gotta
3.
keep AJ Fernandez going. Your
So-
Lancero is good, but
That's so it's so
Go on.
funny that you bring that up because that is actually not our own brand.
No?
that is
No?
a collaboration that
Another
we do.
collab?
Yeah.
That's a collaboration.
They
Again,
were big
Well,
with
Hoya.
collaborations.
ironically with the company that I used to work for.
Yeah.
So Hoya de Monterey. Yeah. So he reblended. I believe that's the Dark Sumatra.
yeah.
And
Dark Sumatra.
It's a blend that I believe he kept true to the original, but did in his own signature way. And I mean, it's truly incredible how different the cigar is. So,
It is.
yeah, I mean, hindsight is 2020, right? It's funny that I previously worked with a company that did so much collaboration work with the company that I ended up going to, and it wasn't
Sure.
even that connection that made sense. So it's funny because a lot of the, I would ask Alex when I was ordering cigars for myself, and I was like, "Oh, what do you want me to order?" And he's always, "Oh, the La Amistad Gold, the La Amistad Gold." It was always AJ products. So he's thrilled that I work for AJ now.
I know. I know your husband's here, and you probably got to get going soon. But
I've got a little time. I've still got a couple minutes.
Man, this is
What do you want to ask? Whatever you want.
I'd ask the questions. What do you guys got to ask her?
dude, I know her. Like,
I know that's what I'm saying.
I don't have to ask.
The cigar novice.
I guess
what do you got to ask?
that was the initial question I had as I rolled out. So that initial question was that cigar novice coming in looking for that special cigar, that
Sure.
cigar that you're looking for.
Are you still a novice?
Yeah, you asked that
not
question
really.
and had a dip.
I
So
know,
I do.
right?
it derailed to flavored cigar stuff anyway.
That's really cool because I listen to the podcast too, so I'll be able to listen to my own answer. But ultimately, we do have a lot of cigar novices, and we also have a lot of cigar entry. Don't even know what they want to know yet. Like, they
Hold it
don't-
up. Oh,
So-
oh. What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
Alex, knock it off. We're about to have a conversation.
We're off the rails. There's a lot of people that are like non-cigar smokers
Yeah.
that are looking to get into cigars.
Sure.
And there's a lot of non-bourbon drinkers that are looking to get into bourbon. So, anything that we can expose into the novice cigar world of saying, hey, you don't have to go get a, I'm going to go Perdomo, Connecticut. You don't have to just smoke the national brands, the big, let's call it 5 big brands that are out there. That
Oh,
everybody
no.
kind of know.
There's
There's
more than
tiers.
that. There's
Right,
tiers
but
to
like-
it.
Yeah.
There's levels to this shit.
But this is where my entry, especially going Yuli's, especially Bourbon Sunday. We go in and say, "Hey, give me something I haven't had yet.
Yeah.
What do you like? Mild, medium, full?" Kind of the classic question as you're brokering, as you're selling cigars.
Yeah.
I've got $100 to spend get me
Yeah.
5 cigars.
And
Give
what
me
are
10 cigars,
and what
give
are
me
you
10.
looking to get out of it? Which I think is a question that doesn't get asked enough, because sometimes, I mean, again, this is kind of going back to a lot of it being exposed to retail and Yuli's, but also on the road for, the companies I've worked for, is like, oh, I want a cigar that is going to make me feel a certain way. I want to be buzzed.
Sure.
I want to feel, like I want to feel high. I mean, it's amazing how many people are like, oh, give me a cigar that's going to make me feel high. I'm like, I think you're in the wrong smoke.
You're in the wrong smoking side. You got the wrong filler
There's
in there.
still the misnomer that Cuban cigars have weed in them. Like, I can't tell you how many
I've
people.
never heard that.
I heard
Oh my
cocaine.
gosh.
I've
I can't
never
tell you how
heard.
many
I've
times-
never heard any of those.
Oh, that's why they weren't able to. There's a whole thing called 1954 Embargo Act. That's,
Yeah, well, that's
the
because
reason you
of,
can't
I've,
Cuban
I've never.
cigars,
I've,
right?
I've
That's
never
because
heard
of a
that.
certain president bought a shit truckload of them and then decided let's start the embargo act.
So
Yeah.
the on your question of what are you trying to get out of it? Ultimately, when I don't have a full humidor of 100 or 1,000 cigars. I usually am buying 10 or 15, 20 cigars at a time, and I'm smoking almost all of them.
When is
in
your
2 or
birthday,
3
bro?
weeks. October.
We're getting them.
Okay.
But for
We're
you,
gonna
it could be
fill
going to
a
a
winador.
store or going
Winador.
online and saying, hey, I want to get a box of cigars that
Right.
I can smoke with a certain bottle of bourbon.
Right.
I want to get a box of cigars that is going to be delicate and intricate enough to pair with a certain thing. I want a cigar that's going to make me forget the world today. I want a cigar that is going to be, just something mild and, light and approachable that I can smoke in the morning just to give me like a little bump start in the day.
Yep.
I mean, I think there's a million different reasons. I want to smoke a cigar that's going to be, that makes me feel social, that I can talk to my friends about this blend, and, Dario, to your point earlier, circling back when you were talking about making sure that you're allowing enough time to enjoy it. I mean, I think really the whole beautiful experience about smoking cigars is not the tobacco itself. I mean, fine, whatever. At the end of the day, a good cigar is a good cigar, and I enjoy smoking them. But I mean, smoking a cigar here with you guys doing this podcast, smoking a cigar
Great.
with Alex, smoking a cigar with my friends, reconnecting with people. For me, it's like 70% the experience and 30% the tobacco.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. Yep. I agree.
And you're drinking bourbon with us.
Yeah,
are.
and it's very good bourbon. Alex is gonna be like, oh, well, no,
my
you need
my
me to
morning
do
cigar, the cigar I go to in the morning. Speaking of cigars, is the AJ Fernandez last call.
Sure, the Habano.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's great.
So
Great
not
with
the-
some
not the
coffee.
Maduro?
Not in the morning. No, I'd smoke the Habano in the morning.
Sally.
I ain't a Sally. I could smoke a triple Maduro in the morning. I'm fine, but I just like the
Tell me how you
flavor.
feel after you do that, because I've done that before.
I'm fine now. Before,
Well, I mean, me
My
being
name is Earl.
seasoned, I did it as a seasoned smoker, and I'm like,
oh really?
never again with a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
So I spend a lot. I spend a lot of time on the road
Better off
on
smoking
my
that.
motorcycle. So as I'm going down the road, I've got brothers behind me that want to smoke cigars, but they are absolute even more cigar novice than me. So as I get 6 or 8 cigars here, and then I'll grab like a Bovita pack and have like a cool pack, depending on where we go hit a cigar shop on the road, or if I've got 6 with me. Bovita.
It's Bovita.
Yeah, same shit.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, I'm just giving you shit.
potato, whatever.
I still don't even know. And I've asked people who work for the company, I was like, is it Altadis or Altatis? And everybody gives you a different answer.
Yeah.
But I ultimately I've stocked a couple cigars in my humidor or my travel humidor that I know my buddy can smoke and they're okay smoking. So I've given him a T52 and he's turned green, and I've gotten him a Coke, and we've had to
He wasn't right.
pump the brakes on it.
Yeah.
But he
wasn't
also
right.
came in like your story. He came in, he's like, "Oh, I want to smoke what you smoke." I was like, "I don't really have anything for you right now. 'Cause I don't got stuff for you."
No,
I'm like,
so-
you're gonna
no,
have a
you
bad
don't.
time.
Yeah.
But see,
I
you
was
know
like,
what though?
you do not want to
When you-
smoke what I
when
smoke.
you build up your collection like that, and when you get a big enough humidor, you'll have a tier for
Right.
from
Yep.
people come over and they don't really smoke.
And frankly, I can totally.
Well, he's in the full body club
Right.
now.
I know, but you always got to have certain sticks for when you got friends that come over.
I can tell you
that
right.
Smoke
Yeah, I can tell you
Connecticut's.
when I play poker on Mondays, I'm grabbing the lighter type cigar.
Yeah.
I know you're giving me shit all the time, but the Islas are
Oh, God.
trash, right?
We're changing Dario's name from
Yeah.
Maduro chocolate to, Judgy Pants chocolate.
Judgy Pants chocolate.
Judgy face. But for the price point at $7 or whatever it is, it's not a horrible cigar. He would rather have me smoking acid.
That was my
right?
first box. That was
Oh.
the first box I ever bought.
Okay.
But
The
you know
first
what?
box of cigars I ever bought was that cigar.
But that for me, if I'm going on a Monday and I'm going to have 2 or 3 drinks and that cigar, it's an easy, like, I don't have to worry about, am I going to get home safe or not? Because I know it's a very mild cigar. It's not going to affect me at all. And if I'm playing poker for 2 or 3 hours, I've got a mindset that I have to be cognizant on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that cigar, I know I'm not going to be like, oh, shit. After one Jameson ginger ale and a T52. I was
Bruh.
like, "Well," right,
Bro.
dude, don't hate.
Hit the button.
It's a
Hit the
good
button,
summer
fam.
drink. I don't
I
think it's
stand
on
by
that.
my name
I had to switch out
Right,
cards.
Judgy Judgerson. Yeah,
Nah,
Shit.
dude, come on, man.
Yeah, Judge
Maduro-
Judgerson.
Nah,
Maduro
Laurel,
chocolate judgy face.
Maduro-
No,
Judge fans.
he's been around me long enough. I'm like,
All of us.
right, all of us. I mean, would you drink JMO and ginger ale?
Have you ever had
I
Jameson
mean,
ginger ale?
It's good.
But
I used to drink
Does it
Jameson
matter?
on St. Patrick's Day because it was the thing to drink.
Yeah.
You know, Black Irish or Irish St. Patrick's Day, whatever you want to call
do you
it.
like
know?
do you like champagne?
No.
Okay, well, I almost exclusively drink champagne.
Yeah,
Okay, but
you
that's
need
my
champagne?
preference.
I get bottles of champagne.
I like
for free.
you
I'll
more
send
and
them
more.
to you.
I like you more and more.
I'll send you the free bottles of champagne I get. Give me your address before you leave.
I will.
So cigars are like bourbon. Not all the cheap. I don't want to say cheap, and not all the lower end sticks are bad,
Right.
and not
I
all the
get
lower
that.
end bourbons are bad.
I get
Like
that.
Granddad 114.
Right. You could take. I can name 5 bottles that you can get for $100 right now.
Yeah.
And they're decent.
Yeah.
They're not bad bottles. They're decent bottles. You can take $100. I can get you 5 decent bottles. I can get you 5 bottled in bonds
Yeah.
for $100.
Yeah.
You know it. You
Yeah,
know
oh,
it.
yeah.
I think this is a good segue into a conversation that we can relate to both bourbon and cigars because I think there's this misconception in both industries that, the more expensive, the better. I've had one of the best bottles of wine in my entire life was $10. Some of the best cigars that I've smoked have been, $7 or $8.
Yep.
And, I think people see a price point and they automatically say, well, a $35 cigar is going to be better than that $7 cigar. I'm like,
That's not
it's
true.
not.
Well,
You know?
so just like as you go down the cereal aisle, that nipples to knees is where that biggest marketability,
is.
right? Because that's where your eyes are drawn. I'm almost purposefully not going towards those cigars. I'm going to that bottom shelf. I'm going to that top shelf and trying to grab one and try it.
What would you say is like an underrated bourbon that's like maybe not underrated, but is a very affordable price that maybe people say, well, it can't possibly be that good because it's only this amount of money, but you actually love?
Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger, $40 a bottle.
And
Game over.
I'm going lower than that.
That's
going
the
Benchmark,
Yeah.
foolproof.
I'm going that you can't get that here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
OGD
So
114 's
yeah,
great.
Something readily that you can
Granddad
get.
bonded.
I'm going to go with Evan Williams single barrel,
Yeah.
$30 bottle
Yeah.
with
Yep.
the black wax
I hear
top.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got one right behind you.
Yeah. You got a lot behind
Yeah,
them.
we need because I don't want to kill that bottle.
No, we have to
We
get
got some
into
more.
that. We have to try that
Yep.
before we get
So-
off here. I know we're scared, but
I know you're
Yeah,
on a
got
little bit of time crunch. Thank you so much for coming in, spending some of your holiday
Yeah.
vacation with us, and enjoying some great iteration of Fernandez Lancero there. If you have any closing words, by all means, I'd give you the floor for another
shout
2
out your
minutes.
socials,
But
whatever
before
you want to
that-
do.
Yeah.
Before that, because she only had one pour, I think she should try the coffee with us.
Yeah, you got to try the coffee.
Yeah, I'll
with
try a
us.
little bit.
Yeah. All right. So
Like I said, I'm not driving. Alex has to deal with me.
Pass over the coffee, and I'll initiate it. It's the black bottle right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or should we say,
no,
Alex, you're welcome
I'm
later,
poor,
Why's-
though. I don't
why's-
trust you.
Why's it got to be black,
Because the bottle's black, motherfucker.
bruh?
Black in the bottle like
Okay,
Corbel.
and maybe I should just go.
No. This is me and him.
Bruh.
No, but I appreciate you guys reaching out to me about this, Colin.
America.
Okay, America.
I appreciate you. That was a good little pop.
It was.
Yeah, we call it
Inviting me on to this. I mean, I've known Dario. I've known you obviously the longest, but it's an honor to be invited to participate in this with you. I see you guys recording. I'm like, oh, maybe one day they'll reach out to me. Maybe
Oh,
they'll be cool enough
we were
to be
just
on their
waiting for the- we
podcast.
were waiting for the right
you
time.
say that, but again, I've just been me working 3 jobs. The podcast is the 4th job.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I,
I get
I,
that.
I can't keep up with it. Just like I said, are we recording Wednesday? And he was like, yeah, we got Laurel on. I'm like, we do?
Yeah.
And then you told me.
It's on a calendar.
He told me he didn't check the calendar on the way
He
here.
doesn't. Yeah. He didn't check the calendar. We have a Google Calendar just for the podcast on all of our.
Alex, would you like to
events
try this with us? It's our media box.
You can have just a smidge.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
So
Media
it's a
bottle.
bottle by Broken Barrel.
Here, let's
It's
put
their
it on there.
coffee. It's their rye whiskey, aged in what is it? Coffee liqueur with coffee liqueur.
It smells like coffee.
Yeah. So let's try this.
Maybe I can put this-
Shout out to Broken Barrel.
I could put this in
Cheers.
my coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Clinkies.
No, we do it a certain way.
So so we learned a different way. You hold it like this with your.
Ooh,
the bottom,
so
yeah.
fancy. Oh,
You hear the different cling?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's bougie as shit.
He's in.
No, the first time we did that, I was scared because
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's gonna break.
you're gonna break my glass.
So let's try this.
Shout out to Camp for that.
Yeah,
Camp the Champ.
Shout out to Camp the Champ and shout out to
alright.
Broken
Good.
Barrel.
It smells like coffee.
It does smell like coffee. As it lingers on your palate, you get the coffee settling
Okay,
in. Like
so
when you take a sip, it doesn't taste like
I was
coffee,
scared.
but then
It's not bad.
No, when
You
you, initially
definitely
showed me, when you showed me this bottle, I was like, oh, this is another like coffee liqueur bourbon.
It's,
Oh, it's not bad.
I was gonna say trash, but this is
This is not bad.
not bad.
it's different.
Not bad at all.
It's different, but it's not bad. I was kind of
different.
scared.
Way better than wine finish.
Yeah,
Fuck you, man.
you can definitely get the
You
hints
just
of
had
coffee.
to get it out of me.
Yeah.
Coffee.
yes, it
Did I
settles there.
did I look at you? Did
No,
I,
you had to get.
Did I
tried,
gaze into your
tried to
eyes?
behave myself today. You just had to get it out of me.
Well, and it's probably going to be very good with that cigar.
Yeah,
So the reason why you said it's not finished because I don't know if you've seen on my birthday was on the 13th.
Oh, sorry, I didn't wish you happy birthday.
It's okay.
Oh my god, I still need to wish Jeff a happy birthday.
yeah.
Oh man, you.
I got
cutting
the cake at Yuli's today, though.
up.
Oh, did you?
Well, we got the cake and it was frozen. She brought it in. The cake. Jeff was cutting the
You
cake.
brought
He was
in
like-
frozen cake.
Doreen brought in the frozen cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doreen.
She's always
Rookie move. And she probably did it on purpose. Like,
probably
these
did.
fuckers are going to eat it all before Jeff gets to it. I'm going to make
No,
sure.
Jeff was cutting the cake and he was like, "What's going on? Like, what is with this cake?" It was frozen, so I had to let my slice sit for at least 30 minutes before I ate it. This bottle though, it's very I don't know what to say. It's very different.
It is.
Can I see the bottle?
Yeah, so we've got 51 rye, 48 corn,
I don't
1%
typically
malted.
like rye. very
Neither do I.
much.
But this is it doesn't. It's not really rye on it. I don't really get the super rye taste to it.
No,
I got
53.5%,
a snippet.
so
I got
107.
Yeah, you could definitely taste the proof.
And you
Yep.
can get this one here in Wisconsin.
No,
We don't know.
I don't know yet
This-
because
this
they
was-
sent it. This is a media bottle.
Oh, so
they
this is
sent
one
it.
thing.
Yeah, they sent it to us.
So it is
as a
Broken
review.
Barrel Black.
Thank you, Broken Barrel.
yes.
Yep.
Black.
No.
I don't know how to say the word.
Well, the H has to be silent. Black Jerte. Collaboration.
J.
Yeah, you've been down in
Maybe the J silent
Herte?
Herte. It's probably Herte.
Herte, blended rye whiskey finished with coffee, liqueur,
Staves.
barrel staves.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting concept because that means they took them staves and they dipped them or
And
let them sit in that
coffee.
liqueur.
Yeah.
And then they put either that and then they put it in that barrel.
That's probably why the bottle's so dark and you can't. Yeah.
way less coffee than
I thought.
You can smell it. You can
Right.
smell the coffee.
You can smell
I mean,
it.
I definitely don't get like coffee liqueur
Right.
in
No.
here.
Right.
You get like this would be good in coffee.
It's a cool bottle.
It is.
I mean, it's different. I'll probably have to get like a little snippet and start spiking my coffee with and see what happens.
Okay, this is a weird question, but a lot of times in the cigar industry, when we run into this when we're making tubes and stuff, people like to be able to see their cigar. So that's why a lot of companies will do them in like a glass tube. Or do you, as a consumer, feel uncomfortable buying bourbon where you
I do.
cannot see the liquid?
Yeah,
I
don't
do.
love it.
No.
Do you?
No,
I do.
because I used to.
I mean, it's like a legitimate question because
Yeah.
cigar buyers don't like cigars that they can't see in tubes.
that's not true.
This being a rye whiskey, it's a lot lighter than what you see
is.
like general bourbon. So like
But
OH Ingram on the
it
on
does
the table.
have some darkness to it.
darkness.
I don't. It does,
yeah.
but it's
It does have
bit.
some darkness to it.
So you don't like not being able
no.
to see the liquid?
I like
No.
this. I like a darker bourbon. So I like to be able to see how dark it is. Like if you look up there, the James C. Hyde is
Yeah.
super dark. It's 'cause
Yeah.
it's made with swords.
Black man's bourbon.
You eat with your eyes, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
eat with your eyes to begin with.
do.
So you
If a steak
Black
looks
man's
good,
bourbon.
if
That
if a steak
bourbon,
looks
by the
good,
way,
you're gonna eat it.
Alex,
Well, it's
that
not
bourbon
bourbon,
is
it's
one.
It's whiskey.
136 point.
yeah, it's a heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yep.
136 something.
Yeah.
Well, you're
it's
going to have a fun car ride then.
Yeah.
You're like, I have to drive this
you want some of that?
drunk asshole around.
You want some of that?
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
I think so.
I still have shit to do tonight.
Yeah. She's got.
I mean,
That's why I'm on a curfew here.
so I don't have a problem because during COVID, when COVID hit, they had this bottle by Savage and Cook. It's called Burning Chair.
Oh, I've heard
The
of it.
bottle was matte black, just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a glass
And-
cork, right?
No, that's their other bottle. Those are like their store picks.
Okay.
But I was going through Burning Chair during COVID, like every 2 days
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah.
I was going through that bottle, and it's matte black. You can't see it. So and it's heavy, so you think you got something in there, and you'd be like,
There's nothing in there.
"There's nothing in there."
It's just heavy glass.
So I gotta go back and get some more. I ran through Burning Chair so much that I won't even drink it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a bourbon that's finished in wine. You know, I was like, all right, and I was killing it until I started, branching off to other stuff.
You know what's a very underrated bottle, and I actually like is Digits by Scottie Pippen.
It's the same people who make Digits.
Yeah.
Is the people who make Burning Chair.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got Scottie Pippen's hand on it, throwing up to 5.
Yep.
It's about Digits. So I know you got to get out of here. Do you got anything you want to shout out? Any of your socials that you want people to follow, or just say?
Sure. You can follow Laurel_Tilley on Instagram. That's where you'll see most of my content. I don't use Facebook as much, and Facebook has a cap on like who you can engage with. So Instagram would be the best. But no, I mean, really, this was super fun, and I appreciate you guys inviting me out here.
Yes.
Tyler, it was super nice to meet you, and your son was so fun.
Yes.
He was cool to hang out with before this started.
He looks like the mailman.
He does. Yeah. So let's go ahead and pay some bills quick.
Absolutely.
And we'll be right back.
Hey, Barrel Proof Army. It's your boy, Bourbon T. This episode is brought to you by Camtech Machining. They do high-speed wire EDM, so electrical discharge machining. Think about it. Welding adds material with electricity. EDM removes material with electricity with extreme accuracy. So if any guys listening out there that need some super professional pieces of equipment that are super precise, reach out to Camtech, 262-679-8004.
All right, we're back. So that was a good little interview with Laurel.
It was a great interview.
It was great. I shouldn't say
Great.
good. It was great.
Great, awesome.
Great interview.
It was.
Man.
She knows her shit.
I mean, dude.
She's very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable.
Very.
I love it.
And it's not just brand knowledge. It's
Very.
Cigar
community.
knowledge.
It's cigar knowledge, community knowledge. That's a big part. Like you can sell a product, and obviously she commented she's in her she got her brand marketing degree or marketing degree type of thing, and you can sell a product and make some good money, but having a passion for cigars and having a passion to talk about that community and grow with that's a lot to be said. So that was great.
It is, and it's just crazy how, like I said, how knowledge she knows about when it comes to cigars, everything. But we taught her something about bourbon.
Right.
She doesn't know about bourbon.
Right.
And we taught her.
We educated her today.
And that's what we do.
A little bit.
That's what Barrel Proof does.
No, not a
We
little bit,
educate.
a lot. Because
A lot.
I mean, she looked at your collection.
She was very impressed with the collection behind us.
She hasn't seen mine.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not. like
all
you.
of us
I'm
together.
a step below you.
Barely.
I know.
Yeah, barely. I mean, if you think about it, he's got a lot of duplicates. If you think of the single bottles that you have, you might be just a teach underneath him.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
I'm not judging either. I'm just saying.
I
I mean, I could only hope to. I will get to you guys one day. It's just you guys have been doing this longer than me.
I mean, you can get there. You can.
I will.
You can, and you will.
I will. It's just you guys have been doing this a lot longer than me.
Right.
So.
I mean,
How many years have you been doing this bourbon shit?
dude, I've been drinking bourbon since I turned.
How long have you been collecting bourbon? No.
I'm 50. I mean,
Yeah. You've been collecting this since you've been 20.
I've been collecting. I mean, you've been to my house.
Yeah, I have.
Been to my house.
It's insane. How long have you been collecting bourbon, Ty?
Probably 10 years.
So you got 10 years.
Probably
I've
10
been
years,
doing
yeah.
it for, I'd say at the most 5.
Yeah.
5.
And really, I blame a lot of this on COVID.
It is.
A little bit extra money because you're not going to bars and other things. And
COVID, I went through bottles.
yeah,
You went through bottles? I bought bottles.
I went through bottles of COVID because I had nothing else to do but drink.
yeah,
When COVID first hit, when we were teaching, we were only on for like 2 hours a day.
sure.
Yeah.
2 hours a day. So I had nothing else to do but drink. I remember riding in my car, smoking a cigar. I would pick up my buddy Tone, and we would ride around 894 to 94 in like 15 minutes because nobody was on the road. We would just drive. We'd ride past.
hear it.
Yeah.
Nobody was out, and we was out just smoking. I had my sunroof open, smoking, listening to music, and smoking cigars.
Yeah.
That was the best. I'll never forget that.
Maduro, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Maduro, we have a problem.
Actually,
though.
was just listening to that album before
Oh,
you guys came in.
Oh, you like that album?
I like the Conductor.
Conductor Machine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Conway the Machine.
Conway the Machine.
That is a very So
I will
they
say
took the album off.
you taught me something.
What's that?
You taught me something because I put it on shuffle when you were here, and you looked at me all kind of cockeyed. You're like, "The fuck is this? Like, it's not A to B." And listening to that album A to B is way better than on shuffle. I will say that.
Hey, did you watch the Grammys 50-year anniversary?
No, I'm gonna have to YouTube that.
Oh my god,
I heard about it.
It sent chills down my spine. Who they had Rakim on there. LL Cool J. They had three. They did a sentiment to each and every part of hip hop, like Memphis, Atlanta, the Midwest, New York, the West Coast. It was insane. And then at the end, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince came on, and
Did
he
they?
just yes, and he
I'm
tore
gonna-
it up.
I'm-
He
I'm-
tore it up.
Well, Jazzy Jeff is
The best, to be honest.
He's
with you.
He's an icon. He's
Yeah.
an icon DJ. I follow him big time. I try to duplicate a lot of things. That he does.
Yeah.
No, I did not catch that. I heard about it. I heard KRS-One was asked to be a part of it. He decided not to be a part of it.
A lot of them do that because the Grammys just started recognizing hip hop as part of the Grammys, and I kind of agree.
If you're a hip hop fan, you're a hip hop fan.
You are.
I am a hip hop head.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I am
Oh, yeah.
a hip hop head.
oh yeah.
What about you? And I've got.
I am.
I'm a music guy, so
Music
like
guy?
hip hop beats, flow. Like I'm not necessarily always listening to the words.
But
like I said,
you like that Conductor Machine?
yeah, I'm a fan.
You like
Shake,
that
shake.
Conductor Machine?
Do you? I think they're talking about what was it? Drake and 21 Savage, their album being the #1 album of the year,
Oh God.
which is I don't get. I mean, he sold a lot of records, but you do
Whoa.
also realize that DJ Paul produced Killer Mike's album, Michael. He produced a lot of them, if not more than half of them songs on that album. And then Drake and 21 Savage's album, he produced a lot of them. So he's going to get a Grammy for that if they win.
That's not hip hop though.
You don't think so?
No,
You don't think
That's
3
rap.
6 Mafia
that's
is,
rap.
is
That's rap. That's rap.
what about the impact that they have on rap,
They have well. I mean,
on hip hop?
you
Period.
got that. I'm not a rap head. I mean, do I
hip-hop,
listen?
period.
Do I listen to rap? I mean, do I like to trap out every now and then?
Yeah.
I do. But
on the
that-
game period though, 3 6 Mafia had a huge influence.
they
on the game
they
period.
had a astronomical impact on hip hop. They really did. I mean, they had their own sound.
They did. They invented that sound.
They
that
had
have
they
now.
had their own sound.
People thought that they were devil worshippers, and it really wasn't a devil worship thing. It
Somebody
was more
said
so,
somebody's live on my Instagram and said that the new Ghostface lost tapes. I'm gonna have to check that
yeah,
out.
yeah. You haven't heard it yet?
No, haven't heard it. I'm gonna have to
What?
check it out. I will listen to it on the way when I leave. When I leave here, I will listen to it.
It's dope. It's dope.
I will listen to it.
It's one of them albums that you can listen from track.
What do you know
track
about
it.
Ghostface?
Don't even get me started.
No.
I love Ghostface. I love Ghostface Killer.
No, brother.
I love his flow. His style.
What's his real name? Ghostface what?
I honestly don't know his real name.
Bruh.
I'm not that big of a fan. as you are, but
Bruh. Hit me with. Can I get hit with the bruh?
I don't think we don't have it because we
That's even
switched.
better. That's even better.
No, what's his real name?
No, it's Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface Killer.
Tony Stark's Ghostface Killer. Have you watched the Wu-Tang series?
Yes.
So that's a good series.
It's a
good
phenomenal. I think it's one of the best series that came out in that time frame. That was actually during COVID that they came out with that. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that
The
came
Ghostface series on Hulu.
No, that came out last.
No. Do you know how many seasons? How many parts they have?
They only
though?
had 2 seasons of that.
Yes,
bro.
the first season came out right around the end of COVID. Look it up.
I'm throwing my arms up.
They
man.
did not make 2 seasons in 1 year.
You got some fact checkers?
Go ahead, fact check.
I don't know.
The saga continues.
You're running the camera. You going live. I tell you what.
The saga
We'll figure
continues.
it out.
We gonna have the fact checker
Yeah.
Mr.
Fact check.
Camtech do
That's
that.
fine.
Yep.
So, Mr. Camtech, if you listen to us, because I know you're in Mexico right now,
Wu-Tang Clan, the saga continues.
yes, I need you to put up the start date for that.
So who's your favorite one out of Wu-Tang then?
My favorite rapper out of Wu-Tang Clan,
Lyrical ability.
Inspector Deck.
Inspector Deck?
Inspector Deck.
Mine's Meth.
Inspector Deck.
Meth. Then I go Ghostface.
Yep, I will go Ghostface.
Then I go Inspector Deck. Ooh. Then I go. Do you know what though? I would say ODB for the simple fact that his flow was different. If you listen to the lyrics that he says, it might be fucked up, but the shit that ODB said, I mean,
OBD said some wild out shit. He really did. He said some wild out shit, but
who would you put after Ghostface then? I mean, not
I will put Method Man.
Okay, Method Man.
Method Man
for me. Then
I will put Method Man. Then I will put ODB and RZA together.
Yeah.
I will put them together. I really would.
RZA was cold.
RZA
was very underrated.
He's the producer. Shout out to the Grave Diggers. He produced them. I'm trying to think of what I've been listening to lately when it comes to hip hop. Like I said, I've just been listening to Conductor Machine. Actually, I was listening to Tribe, a Tribe Called Quest. Thank you for your service. We got it from here.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that lately.
So there's a rapper out of Boston. His name is Millies.
I
Check him out.
I know who he is.
He's cold.
I know who he is.
He's cold.
It's Millies with a Y and Z.
Yep.
I know who
he's
he
cold. He's signed by who is it? I'll think of it.
I know who he is. He's I just heard a song with him. I think he is on
Jadakiss.
No, not with Jadakiss. I think he did a song with the Griselda group.
Griselda group, yeah. Did you know that Eminem founded Griselda?
No, Eminem did not.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I'll have to check into that.
Check it out. Eminem founded
Eminem signed Conway.
Conway, yeah.
Benny the Butcher got signed by not Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
He founded
I don't know who God, what's his name? It's another dude. What's his name? So you got Conway the Machine. You got Benny the Butcher.
Benny the Butcher, yep.
And there's another one. He's sound Fly Guy. Shit, I can't catch his name right now, but he's got some good albums too. God damn it. What's his name? Somebody help me. What's the third person in Griselda's name? You guys are listening and watching.
You guys are listening. Damn, I can't think of it offhand.
Yeah, Conway the Machine,
Benny the Butcher, and then you
Benny
got the
the
last
Butcher.
guy. I forgot
God
his name.
damn it! What's this?
They're cold though. I love how they're bringing back that old school.
They're like Wu-Tang Clan.
They are.
They're like Wu-Tang.
The beats that I wonder who's producing them. The
beats. Conductor Williams produced Conductor Machine, and he produces the guy I'm thinking of. God damn it! It's on the tip of my tongue. It'll come up. Somebody help me. It's Conway the Machine.
It'll come up.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher.
Do I gotta ask Siri?
Ask Siri.
Hey Siri, who are the members of Griselda? Come on, Siri.
Are we really doing this right now?
Who are the members of Griselda?
Members of Griselda. There's 3 of them.
Griselda Trio. West Side Gun.
That's it.
West Side Gun. Conway the Machine.
West
Benny
Side
the Butcher.
West Side Gun. So
I was actually going to lose sleep over that.
What's up, Scott?
Why? I mean, that's not okay, bro. That's a pausable moment.
Major pause.
Major pause.
All right. So we killed an hour and 15 minutes of cigar talk.
Cigar talk. Now we got to get into bourbon.
So we need to have more cigar talk in the future.
We gotta have, but we got people coming on. We got Nick Perdomo coming on.
Right. So ironically, we still have Craig.
Where is that?
March. I gotta look at the exact date, but he's coming in March.
We've got Craig from General.
Speaking of that, we gotta get that situated.
We've got I know he came in for the bourbon boat and had to leave early, but gave us a card, exchanged information, and doesn't that feel like 3 weeks ago or a month ago?
For what?
The bourbon boat.
No, we did the bourbon boat.
That was when Cohiba, the rep for Cohiba was on.
Yeah, we did the bourbon boat. That was in August.
It feels like weeks ago just like a couple.
No, it feels like months ago.
It feels no.
I think you're just times are all fucked up.
busy.
Your time.
So I also, because we're talking bourbon, we didn't talk about OND. We didn't talk about the top whatever.
So what are we drinking right? What are we drinking right
Yeah,
now?
what are we drinking right now?
We're drinking Russell's.
Russell's.
Single barrel.
So we're drinking
the good Brussels.
We're drinking Russell's
Single barrel.
Single barrel.
Single barrel reserve.
Where's that from?
Yeah,
Is it a store pick?
I think it was.
yeah. We'll see.
No sticker for it.
What's up,
Just a
Grizzly?
single pick.
No sticker.
So I have to. Russell's is killing it. Those single barrels and the single barrel store picks, phenomenal.
They are. They're very. They're
And
very
for
underrated.
budget wise, you're looking at like a $50 to $60, $50 to $70 if you get a store pick and they gouge you a little bit.
Yeah.
But the color on it's great. It's a great, let's say, Jim Beam product, right? So, it just reinforces the big brand, Brown-Forman brand. They've got Little Book. They've got Booker's. They've got Knob Creek. They've got Russell's.
Booker's
Booker's
is my jam.
Yeah, just slinging some good shit. So, we, and frankly, I challenged you guys last week and said, hey, I got some homework for you. And then I never sent you a message. But
you had homework for it?
Yeah, you
it
didn't pay
was
attention?
not a big homework.
I left.
And then I never really followed through because I was going to send you a message the next day and boom, Christmas. And now we're already in the New Year's almost.
Right,
So
right.
year end, we're October 27th, Wednesday, record on Wednesdays. Patreon members, we got to give you a shout out to Patreon members.
Shout out to our Patreon Barrel Proof Army members.
Do you remember who it is? Who's the?
It's currently one person.
one person. Actually,
We don't know that.
We have two.
We have two now?
You have two.
Sweet.
I'm going to sign up for that as well.
You can do.
We
you
should.
can do what we should.
We
So
should support
send me the
it.
link so I can sign
I'll
up.
send it,
I need to support our brand.
So we want to have you guys out.
Somebody said,
and
"Hey,
have
Mr.
support.
Wilson."
Mr. Wilson.
Yeah,
So your students are watching. Oh God.
my students. I don't know how they found me, but they found me.
Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Well, you know how smart kids are.
I know.
They can find anything.
I see that.
I'm
I
sure.
abstain from a statement.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people who are paying attention and listening to us. We
out to
appreciate
everybody.
you guys. This is what we do. We usually do this on Wednesday nights. Have a good time doing it.
And we can have some people here. So
Right.
we
If
have
you wanna
a-
hang out.
If you can't show up, you can call in.
Yep.
We got the board.
Call in. We can. We're going to continue to lives. We're going to do our best with lives. We'll be able to build up, boost up our Wi-Fi in here, and be able to do lives with cameras.
lives.
So
Yeah.
we'll make this happen very shortly. But my homework to you guys, and I initially was going to say top 5, and I think I already have like 7. So I think we're going to cap it at like 5. But your top 5 whiskey / bourbons of the year. So this is your self-proclaimed. This is the 5 barrels that you've tasted, whether it be here, whether it be at a store, out to eat, dinner, whatever. Your top 5 barrels.
My first one would be the
here.
Chicken Cock Reserve that Ira's released with Chicken Cock.
That's your number 1 favorite?
Not number. Are we going in specific order?
So I guess
I'm
for
not,
me,
I'm not going to say any specific. Don't say any specific order because I mean,
for me, there's a couple that stand out. Like, yeah, this is better than that. But let's go. Let's refrain from the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go just the top 5.
The top
that
5 in
you've
no
tasted.
specific order.
Sure.
So I'm going to go Chicken Cock Reserve.
Yeah, I will
Ira's
put Chicken Cock
And
in my
Maddie's.
top 5.
Yeah,
Sure.
Their
Chicken-
reserve is phenomenal.
I will put that in my top 5.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I mean, not because we know
No,
Greg and we're
it's
friends with him, but
just great juice.
It was great juice. It was great juice.
I think for Barrel Proof Podcast, 100% that's on our top 5
It is.
for Barrel Proof Podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think that's on the top 5 for me.
No.
It was great.
Really?
It was a good pour. It's a great pour.
Wow. It was
Love Greg. Like it's probably like 6 or 7. Like it's not going to hit the upper echelon.
Damn.
But I got some stuff.
But you probably had you had a little bit. I mean, we've had a lot of bourbon this year.
So in
You know what I want to say to him? I want to say, nigga.
ouch, man, it's been a while.
It has, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
So can I say cracker?
You can. I mean,
What
anybody.
does Charlamagne say? Cracker ass cracker.
I mean, people think that I'm the whitest black man they met.
You are.
Well, you got your white
NASCAR.
card.
No, dude. I do.
NASCAR hunter safety.
I do.
That's
White
it.
car hunter safety. I
NASCAR
got
hunter
it.
safety, and I guarantee he'd go ice fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do go ice fishing. What's the problem with that?
Nothing. I hunt,
So
and I got my hunter safety.
yeah.
We got a hunter safety card.
I've been at my hunter safety.
I need to see that card, fam.
I'll come to my house.
I need to see that card.
Let me see yours.
He's like almost got in his wallet.
He's got it in his, I don't care. Mine,
I might have
unless
it in my
go
wallet.
hunting.
Let me check my
I don't
wallet.
carry mine unless I go on hunting.
So
I mean, technically, I'm
personal
carry it all
top
around
five.
'cause of my
Personal
carry.
top five versus
You can Google me.
Legit
but,
top
you're
five.
good. Find
Legit. So what would be name?
So
one.
I'm not gonna go like hardcore, but
Yeah.
the ones that I've tasted and may have been released last year versus this year is the Wisco Bourbon 7-year
I
rye.
got my Browns card.
That don't count.
My hunter safety card might
we
be.
already know you're the whitest black guy we know.
So let him finish his
Right.
bourbon.
Well,
He was
finish
talking
it.
about the
You're
Wisco
like
bourbon.
you're like my number one black friend too. by the
Oh
way.
my God!
fuck
wanna-
my chopped liver.
Wow.
You're second.
Okay.
You're top 5.
Fuck you.
Top five. Top five.
So definitely on my top 5 is the Driftless Glen Barrel Proof Rye Wisco Store Pick.
So
Wisco pick.
so are you
I wouldn't
are you
even put that in
doing
my
are you
top
doing
five.
Wisconsin or are you doing your just
Nope.
top 5 in
Period.
general?
Top
Period.
5 period.
Okay.
That is in my top 5, not my number 1, not my number 5. Because we
Driftless
said we're not
Glen.
gonna. It's right there, but
I
right
know.
behind you.
It was great. I wouldn't put it in my 5 though.
It's
It's in my 10.
That shit's
It's in my
slaps.
10, but it's not in my 5.
It's in my 10.
For me, saying that I'm not a rye
Whoa,
guy forever.
whoa. I'll take that back.
Well, you can't.
So-
you can't knock out
So
three.
the one that I will put in my top 5, I'm going to put it at number 6.
Number
will be
6.
the Driftless Glen
The cigar.
Bourbon
Oh, Dana Rahan.
De La Raja.
That right there.
De La
You guys
Raja.
put me onto something right there.
De La Raja.
That bourbon de Naranja, it was a great, and I went to
You pair
Total
that.
Wine.
You pair that with the EPC. You pair that with
Carrillo?
the Espinosa. Nope,
Naranja.
Espinosa orange.
Espinosa Laranja cigar.
Yeah,
Nope.
It's epic. It'll
It's
blow.
phenomenal.
It'll blow your mind.
yeah,
Blow your mind.
I did it. I agree.
it's great.
It'll
You
blow
both of
your
them
mind.
you get the orange peel.
You blow your mind. You'd
It-
be like, "What is this? I'm tasting and sampling."
So
Why you move my mic, man?
Because you got to swallow.
No, I don't have to pause.
You sound
I don't
good.
have to, I
Sound good.
sound great. I hear myself in the headphones.
that just
sound.
because
I
you hear-
sound good, fam.
I mean, I just fix it when I get done.
so
Why you got to fix it, man? When
You're
I'm
in a
now you
DK.
now you got me eating on the mic.
I mean, that's what I do. So,
Well, that's not me, man.
but that's how you're supposed to do when you're doing a
Almost-
podcast. You
almost
gotta-
feels a little
Yeah.
disordered.
No,
Huh?
Yeah, a little bit of space.
That's
yeah,
I'm not
right.
gucking.
Give me
little
some
bit-
space
right,
between the
little
mic.
space, you
I'm
know.
not
Pause.
gucking on this mic.
you
Like,
got-
come
you
on.
got- me-
Gok 5,000.
Good, good.
you got me sounding like Barry
So-
White right now.
So number 2,
Well, second. Like,
Okay,
so
second.
not number 2. So
second.
did MC say one?
No, I did not.
No, oh, that's
I
right,
did
you
not.
did.
No, I did not.
Fucker. Jeez.
I did not. You guys discounted me. So
Discount double check.
He's a dollar store.
absolutely not. No discount. No discount. Double check. No, absolutely not. But in my top 5 this year is the OKI.
The one we just drank.
The OKI.
Yep.
That bottle slaps.
Yep.
Bottle slaps. I'm in love with that bottle.
Yep.
Like I think I got just a little bit of a half a bottle left.
Yep.
I will be reaching out to family in Cleveland and say,
Yep.
hey, Tyree, shout out if you're listening.
My guy.
If you following on Instagram, that's the bottle that I need I need 2 more of those.
My guy in Montpelier, Ohio, right across the border. He owns a liquor store. He runs. a
Well,
liquor
then
store.
he can get it for us.
So yeah, I am absolutely going to reach out and see. What
Yeah,
we can
tell him put a case together.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen
I
because
think 6 are going to come in the case.
that
You
that,
get 3, I get 3.
that OKI. It's a birthday bottle. 60, 70. I think it's $78, $79. So $80. A little bit of an expensive birthday gift, but that is a special bottle that you cannot get in Wisconsin.
No, you
And it
can.
is just
So OKI stands for Oklahoma, Kentucky.
Ohio, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Oklahoma. Damn.
Really? Oh God.
Ohio,
Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana.
bruh.
You need a big bra for you.
Right?
Well, I mean,
So
A bro knows a bro.
I've been
knows
drinking.
a bro. I know.
I've been drinking.
All right, so
I think number 2.
bottle number 2.
Bottle number 2 would be, and I'm not going because we've been to Iris, but to be honest with you, they're Garrison. The Garrison, his birthday bourbon.
I'm going to cover both of the Garrison.
The
138,
the 130 and the
144.
144.
They're Garrison, Iris Thorpick, Garrison brothers. Definitely not even attainable anymore, but
No.
definitely 100%.
And I've already gone through half a bottle of my
yeah.
138.
Yeah.
You guys got those. I didn't get one.
He might still have one down.
He might still have one. Oh, you know what? Get in the raffle. He's got one in the raffle.
I bet he does. I am in the raffle. That raffle is what?
Oh, shit. January 12th.
Is it 16th?
It's on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday.
But he's got so much shit in there. It's insane.
We should plan to record that day.
We should.
Well, let's talk to him because he knows what I want.
Early or during.
He knows what I want. My second bottle for this year, for my top 5, that I do not have, but I've tasted, will be Cream of Kentucky.
I didn't have it.
Cream of Kentucky.
I didn't have it.
I've had it a couple times. It is
was it not on Bourbon Sunday?
No, I had it at Natty Oaks in the basement. And then when we were in Madison for the Black Friday event, I ran into some people who knew me, and they had it on their truck, and I was drinking it with them.
Ooh.
Yeah, Black Friday was
Cream of Kentucky.
Yeah, Cream of Kentucky. Black Friday. Ooh, my God, was the name?
Can I get an honorable mention real quick?
For what?
13th Colony, their single barrel. That's a
you,
bottle I've been looking for.
You got one?
I'm saying that's a bottle I've been looking for a long time, and I finally got one. That we had it on the podcast, and it was a great pour. Mm-hmm. Honorable mention.
Not top 5, but honorable.
No, it's an honorable mention.
Well, that might be in this top 5.
No, it's not in my top 5. It's just in my honorable mention because your birthday bourbon.
We're not doing honorable mention.
Yeah,
we're doing top 5.
Hey, we got a podcast.
Top 5, fam. Top 5.
We're all running it.
Top 5.
I'm going to throw a hitter out there. Charlie's Batch, Booker's.
Oh, definitely.
Fuck me running. Absolutely.
Definitely.
That was garbage. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see what you guys were going to say.
Wisco Bourbon Trail. I was able to get to the hotel. Firefighter Rob was nice enough to share the hotel room because I didn't even know if I was going to make it completely, and ended up showing up. And I was like, hey, I got to bring a hitter to this bottle share. And I came in about halfway through, hungry, and pizzas were already gone because the bus had been busy and working through.
The bus was out of control.
The bus, I mean, they came in hungry, so that 15 or 20 pizzas, whatever Josh thought was enough, was
not nowhere near.
It was enough to feed everybody, but it's not like he had a ton extra.
Yeah.
So it came back down to we were just have a good time, eating up, making stuff happen, and I brought a Booker's Charlie's Batch and another 1 or 2 bottles. The 1 or 2 bottles sat. Yeah, the 1 or 2 bottles sat, and then I got the empty up there, and I kept it for my birthday pour. I kept a single pour for my birthday pour, and that's what I had up north when we were up 4-wheeling. So definitely top 5 Charlie's. That Booker's, if I could find another one at that C note, that $100, I would be.
And the Charlie's Batch, I think that's what we had for my birthday last year at Yuli's.
It was.
No,
yeah.
Are you sure?
That was Q1 of 2023.
Was it?
So that's the one that I got down in Kentucky.
So we had something,
or was it the pigskin edition? No, it was the pigskin edition.
Nope.
Yes, it was.
I had pigskin edition for Super Bowl.
We had it for something.
Adrian had it.
Hangeron had it.
Yeah, he had it.
He brought it in. He had 2 bottles of it.
Yeah, he was like,
"Damn, where'd all that bourbon go?"
I had to talk to his fiance and see.
He had a collection on him too.
Yeah, it was decent. He was getting there.
But he still had a collection there.
It was nostalgic. Like
it was. Dang, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to have Laurel sign the goddamn the box.
The case. Oh.
Damn. I
We'll
just thought about that.
It's your Friday. Take it.
Friday.
Yeah, take it Friday. Bring it Friday.
Yeah.
Bring it Friday.
That's all good.
So everybody done with number 2?
Number 2, yeah.
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 All right, hit number 3.
Go ahead. Number 3. I'm still thinking.
So I've actually got 2 of my top 5 of being Elijah Craig Private Barrel Cask and Ale, 136 proof, like 12 and a half year, whatever it is. Absolutely incredible. Was over there working overnight, have a hotel room. Actually met Travis out there for a pour, and I had a distillery only Peerless rye pick. It was like it wasn't the coffee or it wasn't the chocolate stout or chocolate malted stout. It was a different coffee related Peerless pick, a rye pick, good. Another Peerless pick, good. And then they had a bunch of single barrel store picks or single barrel barrel picks, and they had Elijah Craig there. And I've always been a big fanboy of Elijah Craig. So this Cask and Ale absolutely sent it out of the park. So
I think, didn't we have that here?
Yeah.
I have like this much of one, and I have 2 more.
So mine would be distilleries. Elijah Craig picked.
We got to.
We still have 3 bottles waiting
gotta
for
go
us.
get
there.
those bottles.
We have
Yeah,
3
we gotta
bottles
get
waiting
that.
for us.
We got to go get those bottles. We didn't get
Speaking of
those
that,
bottles.
I got the chicken cock waiting for me at the
Maddie's.
Yeah.
It's the same as Ira's, but
I mean, it's still nostalgic to have both
Yep.
of them with their names on it.
yeah, out of patronage, I got one of each.
I
anyway.
guarantee
You got to support both.
I guarantee they're both going to taste differently. I guarantee.
That's crazy that you said that because we did an episode with whether foolproof was it foolproof, and we did it was the night that we did the blind tasting, and we tasted Papa Dan's store pick, and then we brought out your just regular.
Yeah, but the
flagship
chicken
Weller.
cock he split.
Oh, he split it.
It was split.
But you never know. You never know.
It was
how
like
coulda went.
literally their pick because it's the same barrel. It's literally the same barrel.
Oh, because it
If you
says
pull
2
the two
different
bottles-
names. It doesn't say.
Oh, you got both bottles?
2 different names.
You got,
right.
Yeah.
you got both
It says.
bottles?
Yep.
I got to go
says-
pick
yeah.
mine up.
Yep.
I'll call it
It's the
tomorrow.
same exact barrel. So Ira's was barrel number 5 or whatever it was,
Okay.
and it was the same barrel for Maddie's.
Okay.
But still, that chicken cock private select private cask,
Yeah.
not my top 5, but definitely top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
For
Brad said rabbit hole has to be on your top 5 from your birthday.
Tell Brad I said go fuck himself.
Hey, MC said go fuck yourself, Brad.
You
Rabbit
guys,
hole.
You guys are dick. You guys are
That
dick.
was crazy. You were like, yeah, this is good. Hey, we said, man, this birthday bourbon tastes like shit. You're like, man, fuck you, man. This is
Yeah, you guys were dicks for that, man.
Yeah.
you
it
went
was
from
fun.
0 to 80 and like offended. You went from 0 to
did.
80 being offended when we came out and said, yeah, this birthday bourbon's kind of trash. And you're like, fuck you, man.
So we
like
got
that fucked out of
a
you.
infinity bottle going on for the rest of the season. The bourbons that we're going to be continue drinking, 2-ounce pours are going into this bottle, and at the end of the season, we're going to pop this open and see how it does. You know what I should do? I have a barrel at home, and we could let it sit in there for like a week.
Yeah, it's going to put more age in on it and stuff. But
Yeah, we
even
could
if
try
it's
it.
mellow in the bottle, it's still
It
Cool.
changes.
So not only that, but I have not seen that bottle here.
No,
I don't know who sells it,
I found it.
but I have an empty bottle from
No.
the one event that we did. Were you there? You were there. Yeah, we had a table. It was at no, not Natty Oaks, the place that shut down.
Oh, Whiskey Haze.
Oh,
yeah, Whiskey
yeah, yeah,
Haze.
yeah.
Is that Whiskey
Yeah.
Haze? That Whiskey
Yeah.
Haze.
That's where I got the full
Yeah,
bottle from.
we all sat in like sardines that night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was-
I'm waiting on a response from them. They could be possibly sending a media bottle of I bourbon to us.
We need to do more research on that because
It's a good bourbon. It's a good.
Yeah, it's a good bourbon.
it's a good bourbon.
That was in the.
It's
that
a
was
cool
in the flight,
decanter
wasn't
though.
It was
It was in the
taste-
flight because that was
yeah.
Whiskey Haze. Was actually,
Yeah,
they put
it was
that
in
down.
the tasting.
What's up, man?
It was in the tasting that we did.
It's a good bourbon. It's a good by itself neat pour, and it's also good mixed.
Bruh.
I would
Third.
you guys might judge me for this, but I'm gonna say Element. The Hive.
There's no
It's-
judgment.
no,
Like, this is
no.
your.
Right,
This
this
is
is
your
the Hive.
proclaim.
Red Line. The Hive.
My third would be the Nulu and the Amberana.
I think I think RD1 was a little bit better than that one.
They were. I feel like they were neck and neck.
You think so?
Yep, I feel like they were neck and neck.
I don't want to change the rules, but like
No.
the Amber on releases this year, whether it be RD1, whether it be
Red Line.
Redline, Starlight's always been doing
Oh
some
my
good
God.
stuff. Like all of those releases this year, I think it got kind of it was overwhelming.
It was.
It was very
But you
to me
know-
it was almost overrated because there were so many releases going out.
Because everybody wants to get in on that.
Well,
on
it's,
that.
it's something different. It's the next
who was
wave.
who was the originator of the Amberana? Was it
mean-
RD1 that came out with it and then everybody
Starlight's
else
been
followed
doing
suit?
it for years.
Have they?
Because their cigar batch is Amberana finished.
Okay, so
Yeah.
They've
so
been
they
doing it for a long
so
time.
it's
Yeah.
probably Starlight then, and then everybody just followed suit on the
Yeah.
Amberana, and now they're doing all types of different woods, and it's crazy.
Trying to figure out how to stop this because I'm at like 5%, and I don't want to
You're good.
die when I
What up,
gotta
Travi?
drive. Appreciate y'all for listening in. Y'all say what's
So-
up, bro.
Top 3, number 3. I'm gonna go Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye.
Oh,
Bottle
I didn't get a
chug,
chance of that yet.
139.
Yeah, you got a chance. You got a bottle of that?
God, yeah, it's in the house.
Oh, fuck you. I knew he would have it in the house.
I'm not saying the rye. I'm going to go with Coy Hill.
Coy Hills.
Is
So
it this year's release or just period?
Just period. I'm going with Coy Hill.
The
130.
7? Is it
I think it was
130?
38. 138 proof.
they went all the way up to like 140 something.
Yeah, they went up there.
it's
Like when I
slap,
when I drink that, it gave me goosebumps, and I had a shake when I drink it.
So that barrel proof rye was probably one of the highest I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Well, with 139. And I'm gonna give another honorable mention, and I know you hate it, but what is that? Did James C. Hyde?
Sure.
Oh my God, that was my first bottle that I've ever had with sorghum.
Well,
made
that's
with
the
sorghum.
only one that I know of. Like
Yeah.
that's,
No, there's a couple more.
There's another one.
There's
There's a Nathan's
Yeah,
that they sell at Total Wine. I have not had it.
Sure.
Maybe one of these days I'll get to it. But
Little
nice
America.
pop,
Little America,
very good pop. What is? Oh, you're drinking Yellowstone. Right?
Yellowstone. This is
Armagnac.
the Armagnac finish.
Yep.
So we are doing some major drinking. Excuse me, major drinking and major smoking.
Yeah.
That's what Barrel Fruit Podcast is about. We are
just-
highlighting bourbon and cigars. Let's see what we got on the table here.
We had cigar. AJ Fernandez.
We got to turn this around.
Yeah, we had AJ Fernandez marketing exec. I'm trying to think what her title is.
Brand ambassador.
Brand ambassador, marketing. She does a lot of marketing. Laurel Tilley on the episode today. So
Yep.
it was. This episode has been a lot about cigars, and it was good. It was a nice change
Yep.
from bourbon to just a lot. That I'd say at least 80% of the episode was about cigars.
Yep. No, we're gonna cut this not short, but we're gonna wrap up relatively soon.
Yeah.
So
we're already 35 minutes in
Right.
on this one. So
MC number 3.
I did my number 3.
You did?
yeah, this
Well,
is
then
number 4.
MC number 4.
Number 4.
Well, I got the 4th best bottle because it's not your number 4. It's top 5 overall. We're not really ranking the 5 bottles.
So if I had to choose, this year I was able to obtain a bottle of 1792 Sweet Wheat.
Yeah.
It took me 3 years to get that bottle.
Yeah. It's a good bottle.
Yeah, great bottle.
I like that.
I'm going with that one.
Nice.
What would you go, Ty?
Top 5 for sure. The J. Henry anniversary this year.
Yep. I was gonna
That was going to
say
be
that.
my 5th.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say that.
I
It's a tie
admit,
between anniversary and their maple.
I admit I don't have the
Oh,
other
I
ones
bet they're
open. Bourbon is meant to be shared and enjoyed,
Yeah.
and I am guilty. I do have numerous bottles that are unopened. I'm going to say numerous because I'm ashamed of how many bottles are not opened. But the anniversary 2023 is
That's great.
it's
I'm
phenomenal.
kind of
Super well balanced.
that I didn't get to go to the Black Friday event for that, but
There's
I got Bourbon Brothers and the rest of you guys, you two, that I was able to try it.
Well, they are also nice enough to they were limiting it to 1 bottle per person, and through our networking and our ability to reach out, we were able to get a couple extra bottles. So there were some people that were not able to make it, and we were able to share. Now, I will say, retail, they're actually out there cheaper than what we got.
Yeah.
It was like $130 at the
You can get
distillery.
them for $90.
Now,
And
yeah,
I saw I saw 119. I saw
shocked at
$100.
that.
Yeah,
I'm shocked
because
at that.
I feel
But you
bad
know-
because 130 plus tax, it was like 140 something. And I got rid of one at 160, just saying, "Hey, I got a mule fee and other things." He's like, "Yeah, no problem, I got you."
Which you know what I think it is? It's they
Dude
charge
said a mule
extra.
fee.
You know what I think they charge extra for? Is the experience to come up to the farm and be able to come there and get it from the actual farm.
I mean, and they had the barbecue guy, the Traeger, the Traeger guy. They had the couple other things. I see a great opportunity for us to do a podcast out of there.
Yeah.
And frankly, having us out there and hanging out, great exposure for us. Spend the whole morning, put up our tent. I got a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 20 tent that we can go have a good time. So,
Fuck you.
good thing you're on mute, jerk.
Yeah. I muted you for a second.
Definitely J. Henry. a close second to the J. Henry lines. I'm going to say just about any of their Patent Roads releases this year.
Oh my
All
God.
of them have been very unique. That kind of reinforces the barrel makes a difference. The where it's
It
aged
does.
makes a difference.
It
That
does.
age statement makes a
Because
difference.
they were really pushing that. What was that? The confection one, like the donut one. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited.
Well,
I'm excited. 'cause-
Everybody keeps talking about that one.
Oh my God.
I don't know
It's-
if I tasted that.
Oh my God, I'm excited. I'm excited because Papa Dan found me a bottle of their Kringle, their Christmas Kringle.
We're gonna have to talk to Mary and Scott
The
to find that bottle.
the Espresso Romano
Yeah, and their
has been their kind of
peanut
like
butter one.
their marketing bottle that they have out for tastings and other things. Nutty Professor,
Nutty Professor
great.
tastes like a
I've
nutty
had
bar.
Nutty Professor.
The peach tea, incredible.
Oh my
I've had
God.
the tea. Yep.
It's just like so unique, and that this is going to bridge over to, again, I'm not going to say one bottle, but it's going to be a couple. But the J. Henry line is going to be my fourth bottle set. Now I'm breaking my own rules.
It's
but
fine.
That 2023 release, second to the Maple release,
Yep.
second to the Patent Road.
We've been recording for a long time. How long
have.
is this episode going?
We'll be done. We'll
Yeah.
wrap up soon.
It'll go-
This is not going to be an hour and a half episode. It's
No.
going to be longer than that.
a little bit longer.
But it's
I don't-
going to
I
with
mean,
why
cuts
are
and
you
stuff
yelling at me?
because of the
No,
cut.
don't cut nothing, man.
No, well, the cut when we
Just
No,
the-
don't cut
stop
nothing.
recording.
and stuff.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
don't cut nothing, man.
Well, it's going to sound like a big blank
Dude.
in between.
Come on, fam.
No, we'll make
Bruh.
We'll make it happen.
Bruh.
So
you know
did
what you're
think-
doing.
I
You're
know.
good at what you do.
I do. I am.
Yep.
So, what did you think was better, the J. Henry or the RD1 Maple?
So the RD1 Maple is totally different.
It's so good.
It's lighter.
I'm gonna say
no, the RD1 was heavier on
the
maple. I
maple
think.
reminds me of like a honey finished rye,
Yeah.
where there's a nuance. You can taste it there. The RD1 almost tastes fortified.
You think so?
It tastes like they left 2 gallons of maple syrup in the barrel instead of a completely dry.
So do you know
maple
what they
syrup barrel.
did? They got a wet barrel, and then they filled it with maple syrup,
Right.
and then they let it sit in there for a month, and then they dumped the maple syrup out, and then they put the bourbon inside the barrel.
Right, but that's the same thing that J. Henry did.
Okay.
But the J. Henry has a very just a hint, just a
Oh
nuance.
no,
It's
I
super
like that
light.
extra maple in this.
The RD1 almost tastes like they left 5 gallons of maple syrup in that barrel and then they put the bourbon in. There's like just a lot. It's very, very sweet. It's super maple forward.
Yep.
It's very enjoyable, but very much like the Rio and the Hive and even
yeah.
the Elements.
So I have not had the Hive.
Well, it was on the table before we got here. You got to try before you go. I, in my
So
opinion,
why was it on the table before I got here and
like,
taken
from
off the
last
table?
week?
I
From
cleaned
last
some
week.
stuff up.
Yeah, we had to clean up from last week. We didn't want nothing from last week on the
It
table.
was on the table last. Were we here last week?
Yes, we were. You guys did a B roll
Yep. We
without
did.
me.
We were here.
Did we?
Yes. Right down here, right here. Matter of fact, the next one you drink,
There you go.
drink that. So, in my eyes, I know a lot of people disagree, but I think the Red Line, the Red Line Hive, that's not even it. That's the wrong one. The Red Line Hive, the honey cask finish was better than the Rio
Oh,
because I like cinnamon.
talk your talk.
I like cinnamon, and it was a little bit more cinnamon forward
Sure.
compared to the Rio, which is more honey forward. With the Hive, you get that cinnamon, and you also after you swallow it and you're finished, you get that honey, and you could definitely taste that honey.
I hear that. What you got for number 4, MC?
I thought we did 4.
We're on number 5. We're on number 5.
Number 5 for me, Booker's all day.
Didn't you say Booker's for number 3?
I did.
Oh,
He did. Booker's will always be in my top 5. Will always be in my top 5.
yeah.
Whether it's Charlie's batch, there was another one that was Charlie's batch the tea version. I don't open up my Bookers. I have a lot of Bookers at home, and I won't open them.
Sure.
I won't open them. So I'm gonna go with Bookers for my 5
Nice.
all day. Bookers
Yeah.
all day.
hear it.
Any Bookers.
No, Booker's is consistently delicious. That 120 to 130 proof that they're always laying down.
Yeah.
Special, awesome It's great. I love
We
it.
can't not mention, even though it's not bourbon, Maddie's barrel aged stout that they had
Yep.
with the Elijah Craig barrels.
With Eagle Park.
Yeah. Oh my
That
god.
Imperial Stout was incredible.
That we
Off
did
the
an
bat.
episode and we were drinking that all night. It was so
So I mean, if we're
Good.
gonna go beer, I will take that, and then I'm gonna go with
Let's finish out 5.
yeah. Finish off 5 and then we can go beer.
Let's do this. Honorable mention, because you already have had 4 of them.
Yeah.
I've got 1 or 2 honorable mentions, and then we'll do top beer.
Okay.
Top beer. So, BC, what do you got?
For 5. Ooh, the new Elijah Craig. What was that? 923.
C923.
923.
Yeah.
That's
I share
definitely-
100%.
Yeah.
133 proof.
We've already
Delicious.
killed 2 bottles of that, 3 bottles of that.
All of 2. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and they've all been Papa Dan's, haven't they?
Well, he shared one with me,
Yeah.
and then I paid for one, and I think we ended up killing it. And
Did
then
we?
he won.
Yeah.
The dude's won like 4
He's
or 5
won-
of these.
oh my God.
on-
he's won a lot.
He's won a lot this year. He's won a lot of
Won a lot.
Stag,
Won a lot.
Rock Hill Farms, a lot of.
And really, it was funny because I'm not going to talk shit about him, but he has talked crap about raffles because he hasn't won for a while, and he's just been on a streak.
On a streak,
Yeah,
a big streak, a winning streak.
Well, it's his fireballs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where the raffles and the the duck races and the wheel of names and all the other ones here. There's always good chances. It doesn't matter. It's all random.
It is.
So, yeah, my number 1 bourbon of the year is probably the C923.
Yeah.
Been absolutely incredible, delicious nonetheless because it's just got the vast complexities, and it's a teener. It's a 13-year bourbon, so
Yeah.
it gets into that upper echelon that they've been holding on to this forever because they know it was something special. So it's really, really good. What's your 5?
Hey, what's your 5, Maduro? Uh-oh.
You said
He's-
Booker's.
He was 5 Bookers for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5
Right.
Bookers. So why don't you go ahead and give an honorable mention since I've already named
So
3.
my honorable mention has been any Peerless distillery only.
So the morning sunrise,
Morning
was great.
Maple.
Morning Maple.
morning maple,
Morning Maple. Yep.
distillery only, crushed the bottle.
That was great. Did you guys get a hint of bacon in that, or was it just or breakfast sausage?
It was
Was it
just
just
something
me?
that I know I
The
could.
RD1 Maple, I got
Yeah.
breakfast sausage.
You got like
oily,
the pork.
Yes,
that was-
that's what I got for the
the RD1
with the
Maple
RD1.
was 100%
So
like breakfast
so
in a bottle.
it's RD1 and RY3.
Yeah, Rye 3.
So we
Oh
need
my God.
we need RD1 to come
Yeah.
aboard with us
Yeah,
to send us more bottles because that day maple
yeah.
was like eating breakfast.
It was.
Yeah, that
you
was-
could
it
literally
was
drink that for
It
breakfast.
was like eating breakfast.
You could literally probably thicken that up and put that over pancakes.
It's like I woke up in the morning, I need a hair of the dog while I'm eating breakfast, and that maple would do it.
Well, the viscosity of it, like it just coated your mouth and it stuck
It did.
with you for. I mean, it was a while.
So,
it was a long
I'm going to
time.
take something back.
You can't.
Fuck you. My number 1 bottle of the year, and I totally forgot about this since we've been talking, was our Rye 3's cigar batch.
I don't know if I got any of that.
You did at the whiskey.
No,
Fest.
we're not. That don't count.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
a little taste.
You got to taste.
I wish
it.
I had more. for
It,
sure.
I know.
it doesn't count because I don't
Well,
remember.
JK's got a
So
full bottle. of
Kurtek, I know you're listening to us.
Kurtek. What is Kurtek?
Karthik.
What
Close. It's fine.
starts with a K?
Karthik. Karthik, we need a bottle of that. Matter of fact, I think Ira's has a couple of those.
So he had like a case or 2
Yeah.
cases, and he sold it so quick that he pulled it back for his allocated release. So
Really?
it went to his bourbon club. Because I even asked Fahim about it a little bit ago. I was like, "Hey, what about that cigar blend?" And he was like, "I think I have 2 or 3, and therefore which is honorable
That
because
is. It
you know,
is.
So then, if he pulled that, you need to tell him Bear Proof needs that.
Yeah, but like I respect the guy. Like I ultimately, if he wants to hold that back and he wants to, he's
Release
offered
it
me
for-
some bottles,
yeah.
and I've even asked him. I still have a couple Banana Foster Bourbon County that
I've
still
been
have
looking
sitting there.
everywhere for those, and I can't find
So-
one.
They had him at Total Wine.
Yeah.
I'm not there till
Yeah.
I've been looking.
Saturday.
I got the 2023 regular, the regular
Yep.
beer there, but I can't find. That's the number one I wanted to find for this year was Bananas Foster's.
Honorable mention, like as close to the top 5 as possible. Definitely some of the single barrel, the kettle corn, incredible.
Oh,
the
we had
sugar plum
one.
is 2 years ago.
Was it kettle corn that we had at Camfest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was sugar plum. We
Sugar
killed
plum?
like half of his
Yeah,
bottle. of
sugar plum is out of control.
Yeah,
Kettle corn was good. It tastes just like kettle
yes, it
corn. It
did.
had a little bit of
Nutty and-
saltiness.
yep, it was-
nutty.
and
It's crazy. It's crazy. It goes to show you that the barrel is everything. To be honest with you, it's 85% of what goes into
100% the color,
the color,
80% of the flavor.
the flavor. How you can literally take a barrel of bourbon and have it taste like kettle corn,
Yep.
or you can have it taste like peach tea, or you can have it taste like a nutty bar.
And the unique part is that they didn't put that bourbon in that
No.
barrel expecting it to come out like blueberry pastry. Like
No.
they
They just put it in and like, okay, we're
that
gonna have a barrel.
maturation. Obviously with us talking with Greg saying, hey, this medium plus toast and a number 3 char, we can expect a lot more vanilla flavors because that vanillin is caramelized at 300 degrees over the 5 minutes or whatever that is. It really reinforces that you can get a really good idea for a flavor profile, but it's just, comes through.
So we got a guy on our live. He says, shout out to Tony Hernandez. He says, for people who want to start drinking bourbon but only know tequila, what do you all recommend? I would, in my honest opinion, find you a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Tell Tony to come hang out with Tyler.
Come hang out with us. Tony, inbox us, and we'll get you out here, and we can get your palate right. We'll get you some samples of some stuff. To me, I started out with Buffalo Trace, not Buffalo Trace. I started out with Jack Daniels. It was Jack Daniels was my first mixer, but my first actual like pour was, I think it was some of my granddad's old granddad. I think it was.
Yeah.
But if you're starting out, if you got tequila, if you're into tequila, start out Buffalo Trace. In my opinion.
Yeah, Tony was at the EH event at Iris, the Wisco event.
Yeah.
He's
So
my guy.
check out Buffalo Trace. What do you got for him just starting out? He drinks tequila.
Honestly, it's a bottle that I go to at every steakhouse because I know they're going to have it. Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
No,
Their
no,
weeder?
not at every. I went to a steakhouse
All right, just about every
last
steakhouse.
year.
Yeah.
and they did not have Makers. They had Bullet. And I was
Okay.
like,
So just about every place, because Makers is so well branded. Maker's Mark is a great start too.
It is. It's a good weeder.
So, all right. Well, I think this episode has gone probably way far off the rails,
Yeah,
but
is.
it's been such a great time.
It's been organic. That's
Right.
that's what makes Bear Proof. We're organic.
It's hard not to talk about so many different things because we go down too many different paths,
Rabbit holes, and
So for us to enjoy a couple
Rabbit
pours,
hole.
fucking rabbit hole.
you guys are dicks.
yeah, Wild Turkey 101 is another good one. That
Yeah, I mean, so we I think in our live and in our YouTube and our Spotify posts, I think I challenge everybody to put your favorite bourbon of the year out on the line, and nobody can judge you because that was your favorite bottle of the year.
Yeah.
I
Right.
could say,
we won't judge you.
Yep.
No.
So where can they put their favorite bourbon?
Spotify.
So go to Spotify. We'll release a poll. Your favorite bourbon of the year, or you can also on our Facebook page. We'll create a post.
Yep.
Favorite bourbon of the year. Go down and put your
fill
favorite
it in.
bourbon. Fill it in.
Absolutely.
Favorite bourbon of the year.
So
So go ahead and make sure you follow us on Instagram,
My crunch-
Facebook. Shut your crunching ass up. Facebook, Barrel Proof Podcast. Instagram, Barrel Proof Podcast. Barrel Proof Podcast all through the board. We have a TikTok, YouTube, Barrel Proof Podcast.
we got TikTok.
Yeah, we got a TikTok. Would you stop talking until you're done crunching your ass off?
you tell Moose to chew with your mouthful.
Yeah, we got a TikTok. We just really started.
Hey, don't knock Moose. Moose is on the loose.
I know Moose is on the loose, but we got a TikTok now. TikTok is really taking off. We got one of you with the bruh. That's
gonna be
It's
real.
got 340
Are you
views.
serious?
Yeah. I told you that one's going viral.
Fucker.
That's going viral. So make sure you check us all out on all our socials. Spotify, iHeartRadio. Check us all out. Share it with your mama, your granny, your auntie, your uncle, your cousins, everybody. Your baby mama, your baby daddy. Share it everywhere. We're on a road to 1,000 we're on a road
Facebook
to
for sure.
Facebook for sure.
We're like probably cresting 700 right now.
Yeah.
So we're
Shout out to the Barrel Proof Army.
Yeah. We love you guys.
Shout out to Shayla Shake.
ooh, got the orange.
Shake. Shayla shake.
You doing
Shayla
too much.
Shake.
Excuse me. You're doing too much.
Shake.
Unreal.
I'm
All right.
Shake.
I'm not liking that.
Shayla shake.
Hey, man, don't make me have to fuck you up. Don't make me have to fuck you up tonight.
Hey,
All right.
we're
Cat
gonna
herder.
learn today.
We're gonna lock this up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring a phrase out. Don't be a fucking tater.
Yeah.
Don't be a tater. Tater. Tater.
Don't be
Isn't
a
it AR?
OR.
Is it OR? ER? OR?
Tater.
Whatever. Hey,
Tater.
make sure you keep them.
Tater.
Hey,
That's not tater, dude. You said tater.
Tater.
whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever,
Fact
bro.
checker follow
Whatever.
up.
Shout out to Wisco.
Fucking
Wisco.
Bernie.
Shout out to Wisco. Josh, Mr. Josh Charleston.
Yeah, he's on right
You
now.
know, I know you listen to us. Shout out to you, bro. We appreciate you. We appreciate you listening in. We appreciate what you do for the bourbon community, and keep it going because you've been doing some very big things. I know we've been a part of it as Wisco because even though we are a Barrel Proof podcast, we are a part of Wisco as well.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
make sure you keep
Love
them Glencairn glasses full and them cigars lit. Oh my
Damn.
God!
I caught a whiff of somebody's cigar.
You know what it is? It's some goddamn crackers in your throat.
Like, it might be, but on with that being said, I'm gonna make sure I stretch this out because you like to cut me off
Oh fuck you!
in my very white voice that Miss Shake likes to hear because she loves the
Shake.
very white voice. Not too much, bro.
Shake.
Not too much. Don't make me have to fuck you up. I'm just saying. How you doing, Bourbon Time?
Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, he's got a bedtime.
You got a bedtime?
Yeah.
You do? You got a bedtime? Because I'm here. I ain't got to
don't
work
got a
tomorrow.
bedtime like your bedtime.
Yeah.
but
I
don't have
got a
bedtime.
You're 50 years old now, so you got an early bedtime.
What the fuck is that?
You got to report home
Hey,
to Shake.
doesn't the nursing home close soon?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You sound like my daughter right now.
River Hills Nursing Home is just called. Your life alert just went off.
You're a dick. You're a dick, and shops closed.
Boom.